Well, hello everyone. Welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2023-24 season. There's going to be a phrase that I'm going to have to get used to saying all over again. How are you guys today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're excited. It is the day that we will finally get to see a little bit, a little smidgen, a little crumb of FPL 23-24 content, basically, because we're getting the prize reveals today. Prize reveals starting at 1 p.m. We're going a little bit earlier. I thought, let's just get a stream going a little bit early. We'll have a little bit of chat. We'll have a bit of discussion. We'll make some predictions. We'll get excited. We'll get a little bit hyped. And then we will have, of course, the prize reveals in not too long time. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. So yeah, let's do that, guys. If you are watching this stream as a replay and you want to skip straight to the price reveals, skip about an hour ahead, and you will find the price reveals at that point. But until then, guys, let's just get chatting. Let's get talking. We're not getting the official reveals until 1 p.m. British summertime. It's currently 12:05 BST. Let's see who we got in the chat today. Who have we got back for the new season? We've got a few members back in the channel, which is always good to see. A couple of regulars here as well. Panther King, nice to see you in the chat. Who else have we got here that I recognise? Kyle Codrington Allen, nice to see you again. Yeah, good to be back. Good to be back. Giandre's here as well with the blackcurrant squash emojis. Since it is still summer, we are on the orange squash. Temporarily, we'll switch back to the blackcurrant squash before long, but we're on the orange currently. We've got the show team gang turning up already. Show team gang, you are over a month early. You are over a month early, show team gang, but it's nice to see you anyway. Always good to see the show team gang. Good to see loads of you guys back. How are you guys doing? Some people watching in class, some people watching at work. Wherever you're watching, guys, honestly, it's kind of one of those situations where FPL has been kind of doing this information, giving this price reveal information out in the middle of the day, really, for a lot of people. Some of you guys, it's for the evening. Okay, so if you're in Asia, it's actually the evening right now. But if you're in Europe, or if you're in if you're in the Americas, it is super early right now. You guys are up really nice, fresh and early, ready to go. For those of you guys in Asia, it's the evening. Those of you guys in Europe, it's the working day. If you're working from home, that's amazing. If you are kind of in class or in the office, then you're probably going to have a little bit of a tough time watching some stuff. Emmanuel is on the bog. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine as well. No problem with that one. The FPL Cage says, starting my own channel this year. Wish me luck. Good luck, the FPL Cage. Let me tell you, making FPL content is really, really rewarding. Enzo is in Japan, 7 p.m. in Malaysia. That's good to see. Show team early birds, show player price. Have we got a new gang? The show player prices gang. We're a little early. But we'll still be going good. Matthew Dawes says 8 a.m. in Canada here and a bank holiday. Hey, that's a bit of decent luck on this Monday to have a bank holiday. We've got Namibians here as well. Oh, wow. Let's get the party started. I think what we start off today is we try and make some predictions, because what we know. Let me tell you what's going on today. First of all, let me tell you what's going on. So, oh god, that's disappeared. Let's refresh that one. Zoom out a little. Is that okay? Everyone see that okay? Sounds good. Okay, so this is what is going on. Today at 1 p.m, we're going to get some price reveals. They're going to do a stream here, and we're going to react to the stream live at 1 p.m. So, this is what's happening. I'll just read this out. So, how to follow the price reveals. We will be bringing you all the news and analysis from 1 p.m. BST. On Monday, we will reveal the first 20 prices on the FPL show, which you can watch here at youtube.com/FPL Mate. That's where we're doing it. We're going to do the reaction here. Every 3 minutes, a new pair of players will be revealed to live reaction and analysis from our experts. Well, I mean, you know, you can watch the live reaction from the analysis and the experts, or you can watch the live reaction from your good friend FPL Mate. It's up to you. Until a full list of 20 players, one from each club, has been assembled, you can tune in live to follow all the announcements in real time. From 2 p.m. British summertime, Premier League clubs will be disclosing more FPL prices from their own squad members, and we will be keeping you updated with a live blog. Clubs will continue to reveal prices for their players on Tuesday and Wednesday, which to me, I don't know, it implies that there is going to be, I don't know, a release on Thursday? Would you say, I don't know, what do you guys think? Because we don't have guaranteed information. We knew this week would be the week where things get started. But Wednesday evening or maybe Thursday morning, I think that's when we're going to be actually getting the official drop of the game. You guys will be able to start making your teams, building your squad, and that's when like the real fun starts. Like this is like stage 1 of the fun. This is like building up to the fun. This is the pre-drinks to the big night out. That's kind of what it feels like right now. So the next couple of days, we're going to be building up. Of course, we're going to be streaming every day over the next few days. And on the official launch day, I'm going to try and basically stream all day. Like all day. So we're gonna stream all day on the official drop day. So I mean, I wish I knew which day that was going to be. I think it's going to be on Thursday. There's a chance it could be on Wednesday as well. I'll keep my ears to the wall. We'll try and get something a little bit more official. And then lock that in. But yeah, we will be streaming all day on that one. So yeah, make sure we get involved. Merkavar says this is foreplay. In many ways, it is. It is tantalizing foreplay before the main event, right? Pre-drink gang, yes, let's go. Okay, so here is just saying, oh, you need to sign up, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to do that right now. We don't need to worry about signing up and all that malarkey right now. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of the information that we've got right now that we're going to be getting. The price reveals at some point from 1 p.m. That's when the show's going to start. So what I think we should do today is, whilst we're waiting for the official price reveals, make some predictions, maybe. So like we know we're going to get 20 prices. Presumably that's going to be one player, one from each club. That's what it says. So until a full list of 20 players, one from each club. So we're going to have to go through all of the clubs and kind of work out who do you think is going to be revealed. So let's do some predictions. All right, let's bring up a blank. I don't know. Actually, how should we do this? Let's make some kind of screen. Let's figure this out. 1 second. Right, give me one moment, guys. Remember, I'm not panicking this morning, but I mean, I have to say, I've been on a stag do. I know some of you guys know, some of you guys won't know. I have been on a stag do, kind of all weekend. So I've not really had a chance to really, I don't know, properly prepare for today. So we've been panicking a little bit this morning, trying to get some stuff sorted, some stuff ready to go. And let's just delete that. Right, let's make a new page here. Right, there we go. Yeah, I've been panicking trying, because I the new intro. Some of you guys may have seen the new intro. It is new, and I made that this morning. Hopefully that looks pretty smart. We've got loads of new graphics. Like, they're all kind of in production right now. I'm going to add them all to the channel slowly. Hopefully all be ready for launch. But for now, we're just going to have a little bit of new graphics, a little bit of old graphics. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so price predictions. We've got to do one from each team. So I guess we'll just write down every team and we'll get predicting, I guess. We'll get predicting who we think is going to be the player, who we think is going to, what their price is going to be. And we'll see if we're right. Okay, let's, we'll do some surveys as well. Yeah, we'll do some surveys, Errol. Don't worry about that. I just want to get this sorted first. Right, I need to think of all of the players. Well, who are all of the players? Let's go on Twitter. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I haven't even logged in on Twitter. This is how long it's been since I streamed. I haven't got anything set up. Let's log in. First and foremost. And then we'll... So I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure we have got a list of all of the fixtures, which is pretty useful as well, I guess. And I posted that on here somewhere. I can't remember where. It was a while ago. There we go. We've got the calendar. We've got the calendar. Oh, is it not going to let me zoom out? All right, well, that will have to do. Okay, yeah, so let's just go through all the teams. I need to remember what teams are in the Premier League right now. This is the problem. In alphabetical order, which is harder than you think. It's harder than you think. Oh, maybe someone can just give me a list and tell me. Right, after Aston Villa, is it Brighton after that? Burnley? I'll fill in the gaps after. I can't remember all the Premier League teams off the top of my head. I'm panicking. Man United, Liverpool is where? So Liverpool before Man City. Everton is still in the Premier League somehow. Wolves, West Ham United should go before Wolves. Tottenham go before that. Tottenham go here. Newcastle, LMNMN. And like N and M, I never know which one's which way around. Dan is still hungover. I'm not even going to lie. I actually am still hungover. I've not recovered. I've not recovered from the... At the top of the website? Oh my God, that is so obvious. That is so obvious. Yeah, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford. Miss Brentford. Okay, Brentford. Brighton, Burnley, done them. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham. My short-term memory is washed. Fulham, Liverpool, Luton, of course, the famous Luton town. Luton, Newcastle, Forest. Luton. We need to put... Oh, they go after Liverpool. Nottingham Forest. We are almost there. We've got like a few more. Forest, Sheffield United. I think that's the last one. That's all of them, right? How do we feel about Luton being in the Premier League, by the way, guys? How mad is that? Absolutely crazy. But we're there. Okay. So, who do you... Right, okay, let's get some predictions in, guys. We'll start with Arsenal. We'll go through. Who do you think is going to be the player to be revealed from Arsenal? I think it's going to be one of Saka or Martinelli. I would say. Aston Villa, I'd probably say Watkins is probably the best shout. Brighton, who other than Kaoru Mitoma? Bournemouth, Solanke or maybe Billing? Come on, guys, get in the chat. What do you think your predictions will get? Rice, you think Rice is going to be revealed? I don't know. Most of you guys seem to think Saka for Arsenal. All right, okay, fine. Saka for Arsenal. Right, keep it moving, guys. Keep it moving. We'll do the first few first. We'll do the first 5, and then we'll skip to the next. I think we're probably in agreement. Saka for Arsenal. Brentford, I would say Tony, but I mean, I don't think they're going to reveal Tony for Brentford. Let me put my prediction in first, and then we'll see what you guys think. And Mbumo? Maybe? Let's see what you think. Okay, so Aston Villa, what do we think? Okay, so some of you guys say Mbumo for Brentford. Yeah, all right. Okay, I think we're kind of agreed on Mbumo for Brentford. What about Bournemouth? Solanke, Billing. I think most of you guys are probably leaning towards Billing on this one. You would think that they would do some defenders. That's the only thing. I don't know where they'll go. All right, so I think so far, Saka, Billing, and Mbumo I'm happy with. Aston Villa and Brighton. I don't know if you guys are happy with that one. Rico Henry maybe for Brentford? Not sure. Ødegaard will be Arsenal. I kind of don't want it to be Ødegaard, though. I feel like Saka and Martinelli are a bit more exciting. Raya. That's a good shout, Raya for Brentford, because if they're going to go for different positions, you know, I like that shout more than Mbumo, because if they're going to do, 20 different players, they're probably going to mix up the positions. It makes sense for the top scoring goalkeeper of last season to be the guy to be revealed today, right? It makes sense. So let's go for Raya. Let's go for Raya. What are we happy with Mitoma for Brighton and Billing for Bournemouth? Are we happy with that? Are we happy with Watkins for Aston Villa? So far, so good, right? Yeah, Panther King is jumping ahead a little bit, but it said Trippier for Newcastle. I think that's probably a good shout. If we're going to throw in some defenders, it's probably going to be around there. Raya possibly leaving. I know, but at the same time, the fact that he was top scoring goalkeeper, and they can't really speculate on who's going to be like moving to what club. Burnley suggestions. You guys have got all kinds of Burnley suggestions. Think of Stupinian. You think of Stupinian for Brighton? I just feel like Kaoru Mitoma was like the star man, like the real. I mean, Chris, you're saying Solly March. I wish you were right. I wish you were right. He is the man I'm interested in personally. He's the man. Okay, we got to have some Burnley fans in the chat. Hamka says Crystal Palace Eze. I think that's probably a pretty decent shout for Crystal Palace. He was kind of the hype man. Veghorst for Burnley. Come on, you can't be serious. Right, Benson. Vincent Kompany. If only Vincent Kompany was still playing. Veghorst is not going to be. It's not going to be Veghorst. It's not going to be Kompany for Burnley. Serious suggestions only. Sorry, my throat is just killing me after the weekend. Right, Benson. I'm happy to go with Benson. I'll trust your knowledge. Did he just sign a new contract or something recently as well? Teller. Oh, it could be Teller. He was like their star player, wasn't he? Connor Roberts. Maybe. I like. All right, we'll put Benson, Roberts, or Teller. Was Teller on loan though, or did he sign permanently? Can't remember. It's not going to be Brownhill. Come on, guys. Right, we'll narrow down Burnley later. We'll nail that one later. I think Chelsea and Nkunku is definitely the most exciting one. So I think they probably do that one, right? You guys are excited about Nkunku? I know you guys are excited about Nkunku. I've seen you saying how excited you are about Nkunku on Twitter, on the YouTube comments. It is exciting. It really is. So I'm happy to go with you guys on that one. Teller is a Saints player. Yeah, I know, but like, is he gonna come back? Surely. I guess again they can't speculate. All right, fine, forget that. It's gonna be Benson or Roberts. I would want Teller though, right? I want to know Teller if he comes back to Burnley, or is he staying at Southampton now they got relegated? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, McNeil for Everton. All right, Mitrovic for Fulham. I think I'm happy to go with that one. How do I? I don't know how to do the accents on that on my computer. Yeah, Mitrovic for Fulham seems sensible. Pickford or Decore, Trent for Liverpool. I think Liverpool is just Salah. Like, I don't think we can beat around the bush on that one. It's just going to be. We think Pickford for Everton. Yeah? Okay. Well, let's lock it in. Pickford. I don't know who else it could possibly be. Yeah, like everyone is saying Pickford for Everton. All right, fine. Let's go with that one. Now Liverpool is just going to be Salah. I think we can't really beat around the bush there. Like Salah is like Mr. FPL, right? Until like Haaland last season, it's been Mr. FPL Mo Salah for like the last 5 years. He's like, you know, like basically the face of FPL. Really. Szoboszlai, I definitely see why you guys are hyped about Szoboszlai for Liverpool, but I don't know. I think Luton, Morris. I think Morris is the play. Emmanuel says Morris or Lockyer, maybe. I think it's going to be Morris. So we'll go for Morris. To be honest, I don't know if too many people will be too excited about many Luton players, sorry. They have got good fixtures, though. Brighton on the opening day, but then they've got Burnley, then Chelsea, then West Ham, Fulham, Wolves. It's not a bad run of fixtures for Luton. So I think there's definitely a chance that we could see one or two Luton player they're of some interest if they're priced right. That is Erling Haaland. Let's put him in. It's an easy one, right? Man United, it's got to be Rashford, really. And then Newcastle, probably Trippier. Forest, Morgan Gibbs-White. What do you think for Forest, guys? Morgan Gibbs-White, like he's kind of the star man at the moment. I don't know. Paul Fan says Man United must be Rashford. Yeah, it's got to be Rashford. Mount for Man United. Hey, it's an interesting one, but I think it's going to be Rashford nonetheless. Could be Bruno Fernandes. Could be Bruno Fernandes. Nottingham Forest, I think. Worrell? Johnson? I don't know. Gibbs-White. I think it's Gibbs-White. I think most of you guys will probably agree with me. Sheffield United is a tough one. I don't really know. Like, the easiest thing to suggest from Sheffield United was just, like, to go for whoever scored the most goals. But I feel like we are missing some defenders. And last time Sheffield United were in the Premier League, and I know it's not the same situation now, but last time Sheffield United were in the Premier League, they were kind of known for their defenders. So I wonder if we're going to get a defender from Sheffield United. Sander Berg. Dai? Isn't he potentially leaving, though? I know he's a really good player, but isn't he potentially leaving? He is their star guy. I'm sure I saw that they were looking to potentially sell him in order to maybe raise some funds to kind of splash out. He is their spot. I guess he's their star, isn't he? If only it was Lundstrom, and if only Lundstrom was still in the Sheffield United team, playing in midfield, but listed as a defender. Do any of you guys play FPL back then? Like, I know it was a few years ago, but who remembers Lundstrom when he played for Sheffield United in the Premier League, and they listed him as a defender when he was playing in attacking midfield, so he was just getting goals galore. It was like a 4 million defender as well. It's absolutely nuts. Or 4.5 million. Can't remember now. It was nuts. It was nuts. Spurs, Kane? Kane or Son? The thing is, Kane is potentially leaving. So I think that might be the one thing that maybe changes it a little bit. It's got to be Kane or... It's got to be Kane or Son. Let's put them both down for now. Lord Lundstrom. Yeah, Lord Lundstrom, of course. It wasn't. I feel like it was a long time ago. It wasn't. It was 3 or 4 seasons ago. It was a long time ago. Like 3 or 4 seasons ago. That's a long time. That's a long time ago. Crazy. West Ham. West Ham. What are we saying, guys? Oh, Maddison potentially for Tottenham as well. All right, let's throw in Maddison as a maybe. Because he is a little bit of an FPL, like, I don't want to say legend. I don't know if he's a legend necessarily, but he's, like, certainly known. Liam says Kane's not going anywhere. I don't know. Bowen for West Ham. Ben Rama. Good shout. Not going to be Declan Rice anymore. Antonio, a bit of an FPL legend, so I can see why he might come in. Creswell, again, a bit of an FPL legend. Feel like he's got... I think you guys have voted for Bowen on this one, so we'll go with that one. Wolves is, again, a difficult one. Wolves kind of probably, again, a team in FPL. When we're thinking about the interest in FPL, people are more inclined to say like a defender, right? Harry Lang Ross, thank you very much for the super chat. Dallas 2021 was goated too. Yeah, Dallas was like the new Lundstrom, wasn't he? Thank you for the super chat, Harry. And an absolute fantastic shout. It was basically Lundstrom one season, Dallas the next season. We haven't had an out of position legend in a couple of years now. So, right, Wolves suggestions. We've got Adama, Sa, Kilman, Totti? Jose Sa is probably... I'm between Kilman and Sa out of you guys' suggestions. Adama, I don't think so. Sa, Kilman. One of them, right? Philip, the announcement is in 30 minutes' time. Saddle Kilman. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Hang on, just texting Mrs. FPL Mate. She's getting me a Greg's, apparently. Diego Costa. Oh, it's Saddle Kilman. I feel like it's got to be one of them. It's got to be Pablo Sarabia. I don't know. All right, let's I think let's go with that. Okay, right. We need to decide on Burnley, Spurs, and Wolves. Let's see how many we can get right out of 20. I think if we get 15 out of 20 right, I think we can do that. I think that's possible, and I think that would be insane if we managed to predict 15 of the players getting revealed today. So let's do some votes. Okay, I feel like you guys are voting for Sa for Wolves, so we'll lock that one in. Let's do Burnley, and then we'll finish off with Spurs. So Burnley, Benson or Roberts? Write either Benson or Roberts in the chat. Who do you think is going to be revealed today? Let's see what you guys think. Kilman could be leaving. Yeah, I think that is something that does lean me towards Jose Sa, to be fair. Yeah, I've seen there's been offers for Kilman. It's been quite crazy. All right, so Burnley, we've got Roberts, Benson. So Benson winning so far. Yeah, it's Benson. All right, guys. All right, I feel like... Oh, Roberts making a bit of a comeback here. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think Roberts is clinched this one. Oh, he's so tight. Yeah, it's gonna be Dan. It's gonna be one player from each team today. Yeah. Roberts 4.5 million defender. Is that not a bit boring? Dylan BFC says 1,000,000% Benson. Well, since you put in the super chat, I feel like maybe you've got to be the tiebreaker here. Is that going to be the tiebreaker? Because it is close. I'm happy to... All right, fine. Benson, we're going for Benson. The super chat is the tiebreaker because it's so close. Could have done a poll there. I don't know if it's interesting enough to do a poll. What I will do is I'll do a poll now for Spurs. We're doing a poll for Spurs. Whose price will be revealed from Spurs today? And I'm going to put in Kane, Son, and Maddison. I think it's got to be one of those three, right? They've kind of screwed it if they don't do one of these three. Let's see what you guys think about this. Well, let's see what the vote says. Ooh, okay. So early leader's gone for Maddison. I'm not sure if I expected that. Oh, okay. Kane has clawed it back completely. Yeah, moving. I feel like most of you guys saying Kane. Yeah, it's so difficult because Kane was the guy in FPL last season. I mean, we can look through last season, the top scoring players in FPL. It was Kane, literally second. He wasn't even that far behind Erling Haaland, which is crazy to say. He was only 9 points behind. He'd had an insane season. He was very much Mr. FPL from last year, from that Spurs team. Son had an off season. But the fact that Kane is potentially leaving, and the fact that Maddison is a new player, don't know, maybe swings it in the favour of Maddison. But you guys have voted, and I'm going to go with what you guys are saying. So I'm ending the poll. It's Kane. I'm not totally convinced by that one, though. That's one of the ones I'm not totally convinced by. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so now we need to predict some prices. All right, so let's do them. Let's do like 5 at a time. Let's do 5 at a time. We'll do our predictions. I'm going to split it up. So let's do the first 5 players first. So guys, I want you to put in the chat one of the names of Saka, Watkins, Mitoma, Billing, and Raya, and tell me what you think their price will be. We'll do the first 5 first, and then we'll move on to the next 5. Let's start with Saka, Watkins, Mitoma, Billing, Raya. What do you think these players' prices are going to be? So we're starting off. Michael's saying Saka 9 million. Craig reckons Saka 9.5. Vito Saka 9.5. All right. So we've got a lot of predictions for Saka. If anyone's got any predictions for the other guys there as well, let me know in the chat. We can do this all at the same time. So Saka, all right. So we're between 9 and 9.5. Some people are saying 10, to be fair. Some people are saying 10. I feel like we're going to possibly... All right, okay. Seems like most people like 9. 9 seems to be the most popular answer. Okay, 9 million. I'm going to go with the crowd here, guys. 9 million prediction for Saka. I've seen a few Raya shouts at 5.5 in the chat there as well. I would have said 5 million for Raya, but I mean, surely not 5.5. I know, he was the top scoring goalkeeper in the end. So, but he doesn't play for one of the big teams. Like, he doesn't play for Liverpool or Man City. Even De Gea was 5 million last season, wasn't he? Let's just double check that. It tells you at the start. So yeah, even De Gea was 5 million. Pope was, what was Pope? Pope was 5 million as well. After another really good scoring season for him. This is difficult. Sa had a really good season, but he was 5 million. See, he was like the star, in many ways, the star goalkeeper of last season. Well, one of. I think he's got to be 5 million for Raya. There's no way 6 million. Some of you guys saying 6 million. There's no way. They've brought down the goalkeeper prices a little bit recently. I feel like it's going to be 5. I just don't see them. I don't know. I know I'm jumping ahead here, but I feel like he's going to be 5. Let's see some more. So let's go with some other players. Let's move on. So Watkins 7.5 or 8. So people are between 7.5 and 8 for Ollie Watkins. I think most people are saying 8 for Watkins. So let's go with Watkins 8. Again, I'm not... You know what? You know what? I'm happy with that. I can see that happening. 5 is right for Raya, right? Yeah. Mitoma, some people saying 6.5 to 7.5 people think for Mitoma. So do we go average it out and go for the 7? I think we go 7. So Mitoma, 7 million. Billing's got to be pretty cheap, right? 5.56, something like that for Billing. So Ezel says Billing 5.5. Licha says 6.5. Some of you guys want me to boost Mitoma up to 7.5. I'm not sure, because some people are also saying lower as well. So I think we average it out at 7. I think 7 is probably the average price people are predicting him. Billing. What do you think? 5.5 to 6. 5.5 to 6. Okay, it seems like 5.5. FPL Fran in the chat, by the way. What's up, Fran? We're just predicting some prices at the moment. We're predicting what we're going to see whilst we wait for the reveals. We only got 23 minutes to predict the remainder of these players, so we possibly need to get a move on, and then we need to set up the watch along. So, some people are saying Billing 6 though. Could he be 6? Like, but I mean, realistically, I know he had a pretty good season, but it's not like he was competing with all of these top guys, right? So if we look through and find Billing, yeah, he's 126 points. I can see a price rise, but not a crazy one. It's not like he was. It's not like he was like an Eze or a Almiron or a, I don't know. Even Douglas Luiz scored more, and I expect him to be like 5 million. So yeah, I think we stick with 5.5. Right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next lot. We're gonna do these, and I'm gonna make these. We are locked in. We're locked in on these, so I'm gonna change them to a green color. They're locked in. Actually, that's not a very pretty green color. Let's go there. That means they're locked in. Okay, right. Next lot. These. So, for you guys, I wanted to go in on Nkunku. Six. Yeah, okay. Some of you guys are saying 6 for Billing. I don't know. All right, Benson 5.5. Is that a little harsh? Maybe it's not, because like newly promoted players, You know, we've got to encourage people to pick these players somehow. Nkunku 7.5 and Nkunku 8.5. Do we average that out? 8. I think the average predicted price for Nkunku is 8, probably in the chat right now. I can see him being 8.5, to be honest. To be fair, a lot of you guys are saying 8.5 now for Nkunku. In fact, it seems like it's swung the other way. Right, 8.5 million for Nkunku. Yeah. New player, great player. Plays for one of the big teams. I think he's going to be a forward, listed as a forward as well. Mitrovic 7.5. I can see that. Yeah, Mitrovic. I'm pretty happy with Mitrovic 7.5, I think. Eze 7. I think that's is that harsh? I don't know. Pickford's 4.5. I think I'm happy to agree with that one. I'm happy to agree with 4.5 Pickford. Because it's not like he's a super high scoring goalkeeper or anything like that. Like he's obviously a good goalkeeper, but he's not like he shouldn't be too high on the list. I can see him maybe going to 5, but I feel like nobody picks him at 5. So 4.5 is probably the answer. 6.5 Eze. 6.5 to 7. Okay, right. Well, you guys are saying 6.5 to 7, I think. So I'll put 6.5 in for now. Some of you guys are saying 6 for Eze, which I think is wrong. I think he's got to be more. Some people say Eze 7.5. I feel like that's a little harsh. Okay, Mitrovic 7.5. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Eze, I'm not totally convinced by. I'm not totally convinced by 6.5. Carter says if he gets transferred to another club, Pickford is the pick. Yeah, I mean, imagine if Pickford goes to Man United. FPL Boogie, what's up? It's going well. It's going well today. Mitrovic 7.5. Yeah, we'll get with that one. I think I'm going to put Eze up to 7. Oh, am I? Oh, I don't know if they'll... Oh... He's not quite mid on my levels for me. And yet, he scored more last season. Excuse my voice, guys. Oh, he had a good season. He had a strong end to the season. I just don't know if I'm happy with that. Such a big price increase. He's kind of right, but wrong. Okay, fine. Oh, all right. You guys want 7? We'll give you 7. All right. Next lot. We are running out. Like, we need to maybe start whizzing through these. Really think Mittermann's going to go to 7.5. I don't know about that. We debate this for so long and they don't even show Eze today. I mean, that is also very, very possible. Okay, so right, next lot of players. Let's just keep this moving. I'm going to put in my predictions so you guys can just tell me if you agree with me or not. Morris, probably 6 or 5.5 or 6. Erling Haaland, I'm going to say 14 million. Rashford, I'm going to say 9.5 million. And Trippier, I'm going to put as 6.5 million. Well, it could be 7, to be fair. It could be 7. Okay, Salah 12.5. I think that's fair. Haaland 14. I know you guys. I saw some of you guys in the chat earlier, by the way, saying, yeah, I feel like Erling Haaland should be 5 million. Yeah, that would be convenient, wouldn't it? But no, he has to be. He has to go up in price a little bit. I feel like he has to be 14. Because that will make things at least a little bit interesting. I would like to see Erling Haaland be the most expensive player in FPL at 14.5. But I don't think that's going to happen. We have seen players at 14 million before. A long time ago. I feel like if we're going to bring back the 14 million player, now is the time. Now is the time. Are you guys saying Trippier at 7 not worth it? All right. Well, okay. If that's the case, maybe I'm happy to take him to 6.5. I don't think we can take him much lower than that, though, to be fair. Rashford is 10 million plus. I'm not sure he's quite ready to be premium levels. At 7 million, no one buys Trippier. I think you'll be very, very surprised. Remember, like last year, everyone had Trippier in their team pretty much the whole season. And that was when he was at 6 million. Everyone had him, and he was like a guaranteed player. Players should be priced where there is at least some kind of question to be made. Like if everyone is buying Trippier, that means he's too cheap. And last season, he was like, he even got to 6.5 at one point. Or near to that. Morris 5.5. I feel like that's probably maybe something we might think about. All right, I feel like we're locking these players in. We're locking these players in. This next lot. Don't know if Rashford should be more than Saka. I feel like but because Rashford's more of a goal scorer though, I feel like that is something that that we need to consider. These scores more goals, and goals get you more points in FPL. Right. Let's lock those. I feel like okay, right. Has anyone got any objections? Any strong objections to these price predictions? Is there anything very, very wrong with these? Let me know. Saka has penalties. It's true, Saka does have penalties. That's fair. Jandro says Rashford be listed as a forward. I don't see why. He played more games as a winger last season than as a forward. And it's kind of understood that Man United will be buying a new forward. So we're expecting Rashford to play even more time on the wing next season. So I don't think he's going to be a forward. Right, Rashford 10 million. A few people are saying Rashford 10 million. Some people are saying Rashford 9 million. So, all right, in that case, I'm happy to average it out. I know you guys are saying Haaland is going to be cheaper than 14 million, but I know that's because that's what you want him to be. Dropping Morris to 5.5 is probably good for FPL, but I don't know if they will actually do that. But it would be good for FPL, wouldn't it? So let's do that. Haaland will be more than Salah at his peak. And I'll tell you for why. Haaland scores more points per minute than Salah at his peak. So remember, when Erling Haaland isn't playing or isn't in the team, it's kind of irrelevant. Those minutes are kind of irrelevant when it comes to pricing. Because we're pricing players based on how effective they'll be when they are in your team. When Haaland starts getting rotated, then, maybe he's not worth the 14 million. But when he's starting, he is. And he is worth 14 million. Like, you can say, oh, he should be cheaper than 14 million. Not one of you would give Erling Haaland a miss at 14 million. All of you, well, 99.9% of you guys would still pick Erling Haaland at 14 million. So how can you say he's not worth that money? I'm locking it in. I'm locking these ones in, boys. All right, okay, right. Final 5. Final 5. Gibbs White 7. That seems a little harsh. That seems a lot. Remember, Gibbs White kind of around... I feel like he should be slightly cheaper. Kind of around Solly March. I think Solly March will come in at 6.57. But Gibbs White played a lot more minutes over the season. He is a good player, though. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like he's quite... Because he plays for a team slightly lower down in the table than Brighton as well, I think that's going to have an impact on his price. So I think 6.5 is probably what I would say for Gibbs White. Some of you guys saying 6. I think that's a little bit too low. I think 7 is a little bit too high. I say 6.5 is probably what he's going to be. Ndai? How do we even say this name? Ndai, like, probably a 5.5. Newly promoted team. I feel like that's probably about right for a newly promoted player. Would he be a midfielder? Probably. Tottenham, Kane. I mean, what are we doing for Kane? Same as Salah, 12.5. Tell me if you guys really strongly disagree. Bowen has to go down. He was 8.5 last season. I feel like he needs to be 7.5. And probably still won't be very well picked, even at that price. I just can't see him dropping more than 1 million. 5 million for Ndiaye? I don't know. He's kind of... Because he's an attacking player. Usually 5 million players are kind of reserved for the slightly more defensive players. Kane 12.5. I'd say Kane and Salah have got to be roughly the same, right? He's going to leave anyway, probably. No, he might not. Kane 13 million. You think Kane is going to be more expensive than Salah? Or are you saying that Salah is actually going to be 13 million? To be fair, Kane scored more FPL points than Salah last season. That is a fact. Yeah, I mean, that's a completely fair point. Yeah, all right, fine. Kane at 13 million. I just don't know if there's going to be 2 players over 13 million this year. It's going to make picking like multiple premiums quite difficult. Sat at 5 million. All right, let's. I think that's fair. I'm not picking him at 5 million, don't get me wrong. At 4.5, I would strongly consider him. But I don't think they're going to drop him down. Ramon says his Kane is 13 million. He's never get picked in a 2 premium squad. This is kind of what I'm saying. If Kane is 13 million, I don't know if he's going to be very well picked. So is that too expensive for him? With Erling Haaland, we can say 14 million, we're still going to buy him. With Kane at 13 million, I don't know if we're still going to buy him. I feel like he needs to be a competitive price in order to compete with Erling Haaland, right? So 12.5 kind of makes sense. Let's see. 13 million is a fair price for him. I just can't see it happening. I'm dropping him back down to 12.5. I think it'll be the same as Salah this year, which is still an increase. Luke says I'd say 12 max for Kane. So yeah, you don't even think he's going to be 12.5. Fran says, are we revisiting our video later, Dan? Yeah, Fran, I think we should. We'll do that. We'll do that at the end of the stream once we've got all the predictions. Well, the official releases to see how right or how wrong we were. Let's see. All right. I'm locking this in. All right. Everything's locked in now. I'm going to change everything back to white text because this is ugly. This is ugly. I'm happy with that. So now all we need to do is see how many players we predicted to get revealed, and if they are getting revealed, if we got their price right as well. If we've got even half of this right, I think that is just the biggest, most monumental of the dubs imaginable. It really would be a cracking achievement. It really would. Kane to Bayern would solve a lot of problems. It would if you want a 2 premium squad, but then everyone's just going to have Haaland and Salah, right? All of it. Everyone. Not a single person without. All right. Let's get ready for the stream. I mean, let's because we got the official stream. That's going to be on this page at some point. I need to work out how do I need to change my settings so my output, so you guys can listen along as well for the live reaction. We need to get some AirPods in for this bad boy. I'm going to get the headphones on. Noise cancellation as well, apparently. Okay. We need to do some kind of test to make sure you guys can hear as well. So let's go youtube.com/FPL Mate. And we'll do a little test because we are so close. Let's find this price prediction video. Okay, I can't hear that. I don't know if you can or not though.
Dream, plan, work, and
that's
build.
just an ad at the moment. Let's turn it down a little bit. So you guys will have to let me know if you can hear this video here. Can you hear that right now? I can't. So I do need to figure that out. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? Or, I don't know. All right, let's just, you can hear it? Okay. All right, if you can hear it, are you, oh, I maybe broke it. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as it is now. It should be super quiet. I think I did change something. I want it to be pretty quiet, to be fair. Let me...
Fran, you finished top 10k last season, is that right?
Yeah, around about 8k.
Yeah, pretty impressive stuff. So yeah, we're in good hands today, guys. Trust me. So yeah, let's jump straight in.
I feel like I can hear it coming from somewhere.
So let's start off with Mo Salah. So I'm going
Just need to turn it up. Is that what you're saying? Why can I hear myself? That's what I want to know. We will sort this out. We've got 4 minutes.
What do you think to that one?
Yeah, total agreement with you there. I mean, Salah's been 12.5 for 2 out of 5 seasons.
Now, why can I hear myself? Oh, I know what I've done, Daniel. You're a fool. You're a fool, Daniel.
12.5 is the price I think that they think they're comfortable with.
Yep, absolutely agreed. No real change there.
I mean, I probably should have fixed this before.
Guys in the comments to let us know who you think has got it right. So far, me and Fran are in agreement, but maybe there will be some disagreements further down the line. Let us know who you think has got it spot on.
It is really quiet though, isn't it?
Is maybe making a mistake. So next up, Alexis McAllister.
Can you guys? There's no echo for you guys, is there?
I don't know what we think about Alexis McAllister since his move to Liverpool. I think he's going to be around.
I'm turning it up a
I think
little
they're
bit.
going to pump up his price.
I don't want it to be super loud though, because I need you guys to kind of hear me as well.
Players play for the bigger teams.
A true FPL manager can do a lot in 4 minutes. I've only got 3 now, to be fair.
We do see a significant price increase. So McAllister up.
So better now, sound and echo. No, there's good sound, no echo.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty close with you. I'm 7.5 for Mac 10.
Excellent.
I compared
The
it
only
to
problem is
Wijnaldum
I can't
joining
hear it now.
Newcastle a couple years back after he had 11 goals in a season. The big difference, of course, is McAllister's.
I do know how to make it so I can hear it,
giving
but
up the penalty.
I can also, when I do this, I can also hear myself, which is really, really annoying. I don't want to hear myself.
Premium is still pretty strong in FPL.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick question.
Oh,
on
actually,
McAllister. Do you think he is going to be worth getting into your team at 7 million, 7.5 million, that kind of range?
Do I have a better idea? I don't know.
Honestly, no. I think if you look at his returns this year, a lot of them were penalties.
Definitely should have
probably
figured
still
this out
play in that
before.
sort of left center mid position, and
I
I'm just
also
not
have this
anticipating that we're going to
volume
get
quite low.
triple
Maybe I should
Liverpool
change that.
that far early into the game.
Yeah,
And then
total
bring this down
agreement.
a
I know
little
a lot of
bit.
people will be looking at shiny new toys. That's always a thing in FPL at the start of the season. But yeah, McAllister, maybe not such good value.
Is there like
for
some
money.
setting for audio
This
monitoring on?
upcoming season as he was perhaps at periods of time last season.
Oh, here
But
we go.
We have
Oh,
got
I know how
another
to do it.
Brighton man to talk
Monitor.
about, and that is Kaoru Mitoma. I think
here we go.
he's probably going to have a price increase as well. I think
that
we're
should,
going to be looking at 7 million.
do
The
it.
success of him, the success of Brighton as well last season is maybe going to push some of those players up to the slightly higher kind of price ranges. I think kind of the likes of, you know, Will
advanced
Zaha,
properties.
you know, Jack Grealish at Aston Villa. I think Mitoma is
I think
gonna
our
be
guesses
kind
are
of
gonna be
in
pretty
that
good,
kind of
to be
bracket
fair.
of midfielders this season at 7 million. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm actually in total agreement with you there. I think the PhD of dribbling is going to end up at 7
When's
million
the
as
comedy
well.
start? I don't
Hit
know.
A
Are you
red
saying
hot
it's
start
echo
with
now? Oh,
Zerbi,
Christ,
but
what have I done?
ultimately still
All right, I'm making
less
this
points
worse,
than
aren't I?
someone like a March.
I'm breaking
and
this.
for that
I'm
reason,
breaking
he's
this more
cooled
than
off
I-
near the end.
I'm
do think
fixing
he's
this.
gonna Be priced around.
All right,
7.
forget it. All right, forget that. Oh God, I've screwed it. There's an echo.
at 7 million. I expect Solly March to be a little bit cheaper though. So if
All right,
Solly March
forget
comes
that.
in at
I've got.
6
All right,
million,
we're gonna have to do a makeshift
6.5,
way of doing
so
this.
a
I know
little
what I'm
cheaper.
gonna do. It's fine.
Who would you prefer to go for?
Right, if you guys can hear,
100%. I
that
think
is
I
the
would
good
be going for
start.
March at this point.
Now
I was
what I'm
pretty
gonna
lucky
do
to actually
is
avoid the non-controversial goal that March had scored, but didn't actually get in
connect
FPL.
my
so,
AirPods to
probably looking
here.
to actually get his goals next season.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I didn't avoid that.
I mean,
one.
should
I
this
had
be
March
starting
next to the
soon?
Game week, but I've been told on this channel that I'm not allowed to talk about that anymore.
It's starting.
because,
Okay.
Maybe I spoke about it a little too much at the time. So we'll
has it
move on
started
to the
yet?
next season and try and put that pain behind us.
It's on the
I guess.
just on
But
their
yeah,
YouTube channel.
Jordan Midsummer, 7 million. I think that something around
get
there
the full
is probably
screen
about right for him.
so you guys can see.
I'm expecting Martinelli on the other hand to be a
let's
player
get
who
this
could be
going.
increased in
Wanna
price, potentially out of the range of a
hide
lot of
that
us. You know,
chat.
could be a
I
little
really-
bit too
I don't-
expensive, especially when you consider some of the other midfielders Arsenal have. But I think Martinelli is going to go
to
up
get this,
to 8
kind of in the
million
right
from
place for you
6.5
guys to
last
see
season.
properly.
So a 1.5 million
All right,
price increase.
here we go,
I think
guys.
It's going to be about right for him without completely pricing him out of the game. But
Here we
it's
go.
certainly making us think about whether we can afford to go.
Oh,
for him
boys.
or not.
Oh, boys and girls.
Martinelli, 8 million. Do you think I've got that
It's
one
about
right?
to start.
I mean, I agree there's a price increase coming, but I've actually gone a little bit more controversial with a 9
think
million
it's about
price
to start.
predicted for
Turn the other video
Martinelli.
off.
I
Oh,
just
yeah,
think
yeah,
he had
good
an
point, good
exceptional
point.
season. Still actually got a lot of minutes.
Okay. It's not. Were you guys saying it started? Is it started for any of you guys? I can't see it. All right. I've stopped the other video now. You guys should not hear it anymore. Why is this not working? I want to close this one. Come on, let's start. Let's start. I want to watch. And I'm gonna get the audio on my phone. Refreshing content. I don't know if refreshing is actually gonna work. It should just start. Oh, okay, it started. It started.
I'm surprised to see him drop, and I suspect we might see Marcus Rashford rise if Bruno's dropping.
What about penalties?
How many
as well?
people are in
Something that Bruno
here
Fernandes
watching?
does
A lot of
have.
people.
2 from 2 last season, of course.
Yeah, and that is a real good route to points, isn't it, for FPL managers? So to get a penalty taker that's coming
Ødegaard
in
and a
kind of
Fernandes.
8.5 bracket is really attractive to an FPL manager because that's something that you don't get necessarily when you go for some of the other more premium players because they don't have that responsibility for their clubs. So
Well,
I think actually Bruno will become one of those
what do we
players
think
that a lot of FPL
about
managers
that?
go, oh, I'm quite interested at 8.5 million, whereas if it was 10 again, I think
This
Bruno
is,
would get away from him.
How does this affect how you're feeling about other?
I'm not sure if I
I mean, I think if Ødegaard's
If I like
rise,
this.
I would expect Martinelli would also do the same. I would
Saka?
expect Saka to do the same. And obviously, as I said before, Saka has that penalty responsibility, so maybe he might be in the 9.
I'll turn the audio up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Ødegaard's going to be an attractive option. He's also the captain, right? So you get that kind of guaranteed game time at Arsenal, and he was so important to the way that they played last time around. More double-digit hauls than anybody else. So I think he could be a really good option at 8.5.
Yeah, both of those.
Bruno
at
8.5, that is a
8.5,
decent-
big rise and a big
that is a
decrease
decent
there
price.
on our first final
At
price
8.5.
reveal. First price reveals. That's not.
I
our
kinda
final
like
price, so
that.
Don't worry. We're going to come on to a couple more in a minute. But 8.5 million for Martin Ødegaard and 8.5 million for Bruno Fernandes. Will they be in your team as well? Get ready to make those teams very soon. Let's take a look at our second pairing then, because the clock does
volume
not
up
stop.
more?
These are
Okay,
two FPL favourites from last season. Mitoma 6.5.
Oh, 8.5 Bruno. I don't know. I think that's a good price for him.
What do you make of those prices, Sam?
Ødegaard
He came
8.5 is
in
not bad
the
either.
price, didn't he? He was at 5
So
last
Mitoma at
season,
6.5
which
is
I think was
nuts.
super cheap at the time. But
That
we
is
didn't know
actually
this
nuts.
time last year that Brighton were going to have the kind of season that they did. And
Okay,
really,
that's a
Mitoma
good
only
price,
came good
guys.
for us
6.5
post-World Cup.
Mitoma
That
is
kind of
a
period
good
after the
price.
World Cup where he was consistently returning. So 1.5 million. up
Watkins
from
8 is
Martin.
probably
That's not
about right.
cheap.
I think it is. I'm looking at that thinking I still think that there's going to be a nice way
Wow.
to get him in my team. And I think across that Brighton squad, of course, they had such a great campaign, and what we saw under De Zerbi was massive improvements in their
Okay,
attacking
so
team.
so
I think
far,
shift around
Fernandes,
Brighton
Mitoma,
because of the loss of McAllister. He's obviously
these are the
missed
good
it.
prices. These are some
So I
very,
think
very
that
good
might
prices.
actually be a good
Already we're
thing
seeing some
for
bargains.
Mitoma, and of course, the penalty responsibilities has got to shift.
Watkins at
to
8.
in that Brighton team
There's question marks there, I
in
think.
there. So I think he could be a really nice option, and he still feels cheap
Watkins'
to me.
prediction
Like,
was
I
spot
thinking
on. That's the
playing
best
him
one we got
like
so far.
7.5. So to get him at 6.5 feels a little bit of a bargain.
Yeah, 7 goals and 9 assists for Mitoma last season. What about
The
Ollie
only thing that
Watkins
would
then?
make
So
me change my
something
mind
also
on
to mention,
Mitoma is
both of
if
these players will be involved
Solly
in
March
European
was 6
football
million.
next season as well. So that is
If they're
something
both
to consider.
6.5, I'd
Yeah,
probably
I
go
mean, a little
for
bit of a jump
Mitoma.
Watkins. He was 7.5 at the start of last season. He was the 4th highest scoring.
But if they're
forward
both
of the game
6.5?
last year. So I'm not surprised to see him go up. But I do think with Aston Villa playing in Europe, as you say, you've got that kind of.
I think we're
can
happy so
play
far. I
with
think the
him
prices so
perhaps
far,
twice a week
they're okay.
through the majority of the season, and
I'm a
that's
little
always
bit
something
worried
to
about
consider. But
Mitoma
8
being
million,
like too
he probably is
template
gonna fit into that
at
second
6.5.
strike.
I was going to say it's quite an awkward.
feel like everyone goes for him at
price bracket,
6.5.
He doesn't go into the budget forwards.
No.
But he's
Given the
not a
fixtures as
premium,
well
is he?
that
No,
Brighton
I
have.
don't think you can class him as a premium because I'm expecting we might see something a bit premium later on. But yeah, I don't think the 8 can count as a premium. So you're going to have to find him in that second bracket. And maybe if you want to have Haaland and Kane up there, is he a bit too expensive to be your 3rd striker? Possibly.
Yeah.
That's going to be a struggle, I think, at 8 million because I would
Sam
expect
is
him to
right.
really
8
promote
million is
forwards
maybe
to
going to be a little bit
actually
difficult for
first.
Watkins. I think
Very quickly,
I
any
don't
other
think
Villa
many
players
people will
on your
pick him
radar?
game week 1.
I think there's always a few, aren't there, that kind of have to come up there. Maybe the defenders actually that I might start looking at a little bit more.
They're definitely going to save.
Yes,
They
okay,
can save
so
Erling
some
Haaland
other options
for
at
last,
Aston
aren't
Villa,
they?
but now
They're going to do Erling
on to our
Haaland
next
last
pairing.
page.
These are 2 players
Who
from
we got
newly
next?
promoted clubs. So Sam, we're hoping you're
Morris
gonna be liking
5.5.
a little bit
We
more.
have we
Carlton
nailed them
Morris
both?
And Die and both at 5.5
Ooh.
million. Do you like
5.5
those
Yeah, I
prices?
do
Morris.
like these because these are cheaper
5.5
than the newly promoted players from last time.
That's
around.
why we're the goats.
So we're comparing them to players.
We
like
nailed
Mitrovic,
these
who
prices.
came
We
to them at
nailed both of these
6.5,
prices.
Or maybe players like.
But
Brendan
I tell you what,
Johnson or
didn't think
Solanke,
Ndiaye
who
would
came
be a
to them at
forward.
6 last time around. So
We
when
nailed
we're
the
looking at those
prices.
kind of price points, that feels really nice for a 3rd forward that's going to be guaranteed to start. You would think. With Morris,
They're not
he
the
was
worst
top scorer
prices.
Last season. He got 20 goals and 7 assists in the championship. And he was the 3rd.
I think you
highest
could
scoring player
consider
across
these
the
guys at
championship
these
last time
prices.
around. So has that
I think you
real
could
goal
consider it.
threat. And I think that will make him probably the standout player at Luton. You
And
might
Dye should be
get
a mid.
cheap
I
defender in
appreciate
there
that.
who
Yeah,
will
I think he
become an
possibly should.
option. But at 5.5, that feels like a bit of a no-brainer to me.
What about Ilman and Die then? Because 14 goals and 10 assists, one of only 2 championship players.
He's
who
not a
gets
forward,
double
is he?
digit goals
Really? I
and
thought he'd be a
assists
midfielder.
Last season, also at 5.5.
But
Yeah, I mean, he averaged
hey,
less
we'll
goals
see.
last time around. So he was averaging a goal every 265 minutes in the championship. So not going to be huge returns. But then, as a 3rd forward at 5.5, you don't necessarily need to play them every week. So they don't necessarily need to be returning.
this
You
one's a
can
little
use
bit
those
boring,
good
to be fair.
fixtures that
You
they
know.
have.
I want
He
to see
also
more
had
big players,
24
but
goal involvements, which was
we're going to
more
tick
than
off
double
these at
any
the end of
other
the stream and
Sheffield
see
United
see
player,
how well we
with the
did.
exception
But
of
I
Ollie
mean, so
Burton,
far,
15.
I think the
So
prices so far
he's
have been
probably the pick at
agreeable.
Sheffield United,
I think
maybe
they've been
in the Premier
agreeable.
League, but
What do you
I
guys
think
think?
he's the pick there, but
I probably should say as well, guys.
the Luton man.
Make sure you are liking the stream.
You especially
Make sure you
interested in
you are
this
subscribing
season
if you're
and
new
these
around here
players
as well.
Because of what we're maybe
I haven't
expecting
even
in
said to
some
like the
other
stream.
premium
We're
clubs.
over an hour
Yeah,
into the stream.
because we all
I've
know
not even
how
said
much
please
I love
like.
the
Please
likes
like.
of Harry Kane, and of course there's Haaland to consider. If you want to have 2 premium forwards, then
What do you guys think? Would you take? Would any of you take Morris or Ndiaye at 5.5 million as kind of your 3rd kind of forward slot? Is Ndiaye good? He's a good player. Yeah, he's a really good player.
Attacking returns. So having Morris in there at 5.5 million, lovely.
William says still
This
can't
could be
believe
my
Bruno's
first
price. Yeah,
I think we've
8.5.
got the first pair
I
of
like it.
examples.
I
Very
like it.
quickly,
He's
the
going to be
clock
cheaper.
is
Well,
coming on now.
probably
Any
going to be
other
cheaper
players that
than
you've scouted
Saka.
this summer at either of these 2 clubs?
No, I think it's going to be a watch and wait. I'm going to be looking at the defence.
Craig says good so
Luton,
far.
because
I would
if there's
agree.
a 4,
It's good so far.
4.5 in there, then I think I might look to double up on Luton for the early part of the season because the fixtures
FPL
are great,
Joao
and
says
then
way
walking
too cheap.
around
What,
with
these
the
guys?
wild
So you're
card.
taking
We
these?
also get the feeling we might
Now, it doesn't
be
look like
looking
many
at
people are
other
going to
players.
actually
Let's
take
a
these
look
guys in their
at a couple
FPL
of other
teams.
new
But
faces
maybe.
coming into the Premier League. New signings.
Okay,
These ones,
Cliver and
Cliver
Cuckoo
at Bournemouth and
7.5.
Chelsea, 5 million.
Am I seeing this
Bournemouth
correctly?
7.5
Do my
million
eyes
for the Blues
deceive
man.
me on this
Looking
day?
dangerous.
7.5 for
Let's
Nkunku.
start with Cliver.
That
I like that
is
price for Clive,
a
actually. He got 6 goals in the league
monumentus.
last season when on loan with
Dub,
Juventus.
honestly, I thought
I
FPL would
think
drew
he's
this
actually
one.
fitting really really well with the new Bournemouth manager.
and
the way
put him
that he's
too
gonna play.
expensive.
He's a very pacey, very direct.
He is
manager.
listed as a
I know
forward.
that the new manager likes to move the ball quickly, get it
I would have
out
preferred him
wide,
as a midfielder, but I think
very
forward is
well.
probably right for him.
I think at
7.5
that
forward in
price,
Kunku, that
he's
is,
sort
he's
of
seriously on the
just a little
cards.
bit more
He's
expensive
seriously on
than
the cards.
Andreas Pereira was last time around.
That's probably
So
the
if
biggest
you're looking
surprise
for
of the
somebody
stream
in the midfield that
so
fits
far.
that cheaper budget. I think he could be a nice option, actually. The Bournemouth
How
manager.
do you think it affects
I feel like we like this
someone
one.
that?
Particularly Chelsea got pretty decent fixtures as well. If Chelsea can get things going correctly, back on track for the new season, and Kunku at 7.5 is going to be nuts.
He would be a really good addition. He kind of hasn't really
got to be considered.
anywhere. He's moved around a lot, hasn't found a home yet. If he can find a home at Bournemouth and kind of
Clive at 5 million
embed
is
himself in that team, get
interesting.
regular starts, then I think he could be a really great option, and he's cheap, so he's going to fit
I
that
think,
kind of.
I think Clive at
slight
5 million is
budget,
definitely a
maybe
player that we
like
can
that.
potentially consider.
Okay, let's move on to Nkunku.
He's a risky
Chelsea
punt,
were a
though.
source of frustration
yeah.
for us FPL managers last season, particularly in front of.
But he's
goal.
not like a
He being
Clive's
the
not
man
like a
to
superstar.
provide
Like
them
he
and
just
us with
needs.
goals.
Could be definitely.
But I think he can
16
be
goals
that
in
guy.
the Bundesliga last time around. He was actually fantastic in Bundesliga fantasy. He was one of those players that you could.
And
kind of
Kunku,
rely
Bruno,
on.
and
I
Mitoma,
think he could be a nice option.
22
And one thing that
million
Chelsea really lacked was that
for
goal
those three
scoring
players. It's not
threat.
bad.
38 goals in 38 games. It's just.
And Kunku was on the short list,
season
guys.
For Chelsea last time around. Under Pochettino,
Some of you
they
guys
don't
are
play this
saying maybe
team
Nkunku
football
potentially on
that
pens.
we
I don't
saw him
know.
play
I don't actually know who's going to be on penalties for
Spurs at Paris.
Chelsea in the new
So I
season.
think we will see a decent looking Chelsea team this year.
And 7.5.
Remember, he is.
Forward, we normally
Nkunku
be
is a,
excited about
seriously, he's a
that.
top
I think that's
player.
a good price.
Yeah, I do, and I think at 7.5, what we could
Clive a
have
good bench
is
player. If you want to
he's
spend a
that
little bit of
tiny
money on the
bit
bench, you know, you want to
cheaper
spend
than
that extra 0.5 on a bench player,
So I
it
think
could be
he
worse.
might just be the player that if you want to save a little bit of money and not
And
necessarily.
Kunku is probably
have
cheap because of
Ollie
Chelsea's bad
Watkins
result
in
last
there.
season.
0.5
I would
is
agree.
quite important in this early part of the season, saving that. So you might want to take a bit of a punt on the new Chelsea boy.
And Kunku going to be 100% owned. I
There's
don't know
some
about that
potentially
one.
some options
I
there
don't
for
know.
Chelsea.
I don't know about that one.
At Bournemouth,
Could be
as you know,
close.
The clock is on, so it's time to move on to our next
Could be
pairings.
close.
And these are players who had breakthrough campaigns.
And Mbumo
last
and
season.
Eze.
And Sam, the first thing to note, a positional change for Brian Mbeumo at Brentford.
And Mbumo is
Very
midfielder,
pleased with
and he's
that,
only
because that, of course,
6.5
for us is
million.
brilliant, isn't it? You get clean
And he's got
sheet
great
points,
fixtures,
get
and he's on
points for
penalties.
goals, and with the way that he plays and the kind of
Oh,
involvement
Mbumo is good, guys. It's good. Oh, it's too good. Eze 6.5. Oh, that's pretty good as well.
This season, and if he is,
Wow.
6.5. All right, he's going to compete in that Matoma category.
I think-
they're going to be priced the same, so you're going to have to kind of think very carefully about which way you.
I think,
want
yeah,
to go. Do you want to
again,
invest
Sam's
in
just made a really good
Brighton
point.
or
Eze at
Brentford?
6.5.
Of course, Brentford
Mitoma
don't
is also
have
6.5. March
So
is probably going to be
maybe
about
there's an
6.5.
element of
We've got a decision to make.
investing time there for him,
Got a
which
decision to
might
make. I feel like you
benefit
probably lean
the
towards
FPL
the
managers,
Brighton
but
players, though.
I'm pleased to see the positional
And Mbumo at
change.
6.5 as a
And maybe
midfielder. I
we'd
think
like
the
to
bigger,
give him 0.5
the
less,
bigger
but I think that's just
news
me
here.
desperately hoping.
I did predict that
Did you?
Mbumo would move to a
Potentially
midfielder, but I
as
wasn't
well. I
think
confident
he
about
is.
it.
Yeah,
I was
obviously
never
depends
confident
on
about
what
that.
Brentford do in the transfer
A Boomer
window.
6.5 though,
If
guys,
that's
that's nuts.
Tony, he would have been
That's
guaranteed
as a
to be
midfielder.
on the pitch.
That's
I
good.
think we might
That's
see
good.
him taking them. And at the back end of last season, when Tony was suspended, he
I
was
feel like the
fantastic
template is
for Brentford.
coming in.
So I do
right?
think that he is a nice.
Mitoma and
option.
Mbumo straight in the
It's
team.
just going to
Straight
depend
in the
on how
team.
many midfielders you want to have in that kind of 6.5 bracket. But maybe we need more of them.
Yeah,
because we've got a budget
template is
that's expensive.
building.
Let's move on to Eze.
Maybe
It's a
maybe
million
they're gonna
price
like
rise
throw a
for him.
curveball with
He
Erling
started last
Haaland right
season
at the
at
end though.
5 million. Does this
They're
surprise
gonna
you
throw an
that it's
absolute
up to this point
curveball
as
and just
well?
make him
No,
like
those
price
last 10
something
games under
absolutely
Hodgson, he was
nuts.
fantastic, wasn't he? So in that time, he got 6 goals and 2 assists. Of the midfielders, only Salah got more goals than him in that period of time. Obviously, got the England call up, full of confidence. We yet to see kind of what's happening at Palace this
Two
time
good
around.
prices. These
but
are both
I do
good
think
prices.
He's a nice option. 6.5.
Oh.
I mean,
But again,
159
like if you can
points last time
choose
around.
two
Scored a
players
penalty. He did
out of
score a penalty,
Mbumo,
so we
March,
might see
Mitoma,
that.
and
If
Eze,
Zaha's
you
not
can't
there,
pick.
what does that
You
mean
probably
for Eze?
are not going to pick all of them, right?
So there's all of this kind of stuff to consider, but the 6.5
Mikey says
bracket,
Mbumo will
having
play a
seen
striker
three
and have
players now
pens
fall
when
into
Tony
that
serves his
category,
suspension
feels like it's gonna be
too.
quite an
This is
important
it.
choice
This
for
is it.
FPL
Whilst
managers.
Tony is out
You've
and
got
Mbumo's on
obviously the
penalties
Brentford
and he's
guys,
playing
the Chelsea
like
guys.
as a
You've now
super
got
attacking
Eze
player,
there,
he
and I
got
do
his
think
finishing
if
in
Palace
order at the
start
end of
to do
last season
well,
as well.
Mbumo
He was
has
actually
a
looking really
manager,
good. And with the
he could be
fixtures
the
that
one
Brentford
you
have,
look to.
I really like this one. I really like Mbumo 6.5. I would say
Since he last
the
played in the
Mbumo
Premier League,
and
it could be a big season.
I would
Congratulations,
arguably say
Eze. Now
Mbumo
getting
is
on to
my
our sixth
highlight
pairing. scoring
so
and
far,
these are two
even more so than
goalkeepers
Mitoma
who
6.5.
are number 2 and 3 in terms of
Goalkeepers.
saves
Leno
last
4.5,
season.
Pickford
Leno
4.5.
and
Here we go.
Pickford, 4.5 for both. Let's start
Both
with Fulham man.
fair
Leno.
prices.
Leno for me was someone in FPL
But
last season, Sam, that was a little bit
Leno.
underrated. People perhaps didn't realise just what a good asset he was.
Yeah, because I think in the early part, of
Leno
the
is a
season, we all
difficult one
naturally
because
gravitated to the left
Leno
side
and
because
Fulham
we
massively
had more
overperformed
and
last
that kind of
season.
circumstances going
So I
on.
don't
But
know if
think
they're going to be able to
Leno
carry that
was
on to next
dangerously
season.
overlooked
I
in
mean,
some
they
ways. He
could.
was really good last season. He was great. He was up there for saves. He got 142 points last time around.
They
There's
could.
only 6 goalkeepers in the game that got more than he did. So
I think
do
Leno's
think
got to be
he's a
considered at
nice option.
4.5.
Fulham,
If Pickford
actually,
gets
they
a
were
move
good
like
last time around defensively.
to
They
Manchester
had a good
United or something
season,
like
and
that,
we know from his pedigree in the past
then
against Arsenal that he's
I'm
got
kind of
that
feeling
to
it.
be
I feel like that could
fantastic
be
shot stopper, and like you say,
pretty
second
decent,
in
you know.
saves, only Raya had more. He made 144 saves, which equated to 37 additional save points.
I like it. We've
So when
got
we're
a
talking about
decision to make.
goalkeepers,
We've got a decision to
when
make
the
here.
clean
We've
sheet
got
goes, their risk
2
points dramatically
goalkeepers
goes
who
down. So if they're
actually
bringing in
are
save
options
points
at
that
4.5
rate,
million.
that's almost
Like
one
previously,
every game week of the season.
I was kind of
That
saying,
is a
right, I feel like I will go for
fantastic
Edison in
pick.
goal
So
because
I
he's
do think
safe
he was
and,
a
you
goalkeeper
know,
that last season
I guess he's a
wasn't
safe
overlooked
goalkeeper
very
for the
much
start of the
this
season,
Pickford
and
as
you know
well,
we don't know
also
who's going to be 4.5.
4.5.
But
Both
now
of
we've
these
got
goalkeepers
2
incidentally were
4.5
4.5
million
this time last
goalkeepers who are
season as well.
genuinely,
Yeah, and actually they rotate
genuine
really
options.
nicely. I had a look at their opening fixtures. So with the exception of playing each other,
Genuine
on the
options.
opening
I think this is good.
they then rotate
I think
really
this is
nicely.
kind of
When
good.
Leno's got difficult fixtures, Pickford's are nice, and vice versa. So they might be
Good
the
shouts for
best
backup
rotating
goalkeepers.
pair of
I don't
players
really
I've
feel
seen
backup
in the
goalkeepers
LFC
personally,
at
but
price
if you want to
point.
take a punt
Yeah,
on a
I like
4.5
the
million
look of them.
goalkeeper on the beginning
And
of the
I do think
season,
with Pickford and Everton,
both
clean
of
sheets,
these are,
they're
you
not so
know,
great. I mean, they've got 8.
What about a full
Like,
season under
definitely,
Sean Dyche,
definitely on the
Chelsea
cards.
season's manager there?
Yeah, and I think that might improve things because we know
Ciola
that
says
he can
Kepa
be
won't be
defensively
4.5,
really
right?
secure.
Look, if Kepa is 4.5, then he's the one, right? But I don't think he will be. I think Kepa will be
So if
5.
they can improve their defensive qualities, and obviously Pickford going in
Goal
to
cheapers, says
England
MF.
and
Yeah, these are the
this
goal
summer,
cheapers. If
he
you're looking for a
had
goal
good
cheaper,
season this time around.
there you
He was
go.
high for save points like Leno was.
I don't
So
think either
if you are
goalkeeper will
trying
have
to
over
budget,
20%
you want
ownership.
those
Yeah, I
options
agree.
for
But I
both
think
team
both of them are
pairs.
become options. I
Looking at
think,
Leno and
you know, we could
Pickford,
see both at
actually
5 to
feels like
10%
might be
ownership.
right.
What's your strategy?
I
in
do
terms
like
of
At the
bringing
beginning of the
them?
season, like
But it
half the
depends on
whole
how
game
they're
picked
priced in,
Allison in
I
goal
think, but
anyway.
I am tempted by these two. If they're both in at 4.5, I think that's a really, really nice set of rotating goalies.
Yeah, everyone has a different strategy, doesn't it,
Yeah.
when it comes to keepers. I personally hate spending loads, so maybe looking at these two. Let's move on then to our next pair of players, and these are 2 players set to
You
start
guys looking to
teams
go for
play
backup
in
Pickford
Europe
or a Leno?
this
Not bad.
season. We have got Lucas Paqueta.
Okay, here we
and
go.
Kieran
All right, so
Trippier.
we
I was
nailed
super
Trippier,
excited to see
6.5. We
Paqueta's
nailed him. We
price. I
thought he
know
would
was
be.
so
We knew
popular
he'd get an
in
increase.
FPL
To be fair, I started off with
last season. I'm sure
7,
will be this
and you
season
guys
as well.
convinced me to
Had a
come down to
6.5
6.5 for the
That's a
Trippier
lot.
price prediction. So the
He
6.5 price
deserved
prediction on
it.
Trippier is
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you guys.
he
You guys
deserved
nailed
it.
that
He
one.
started the season last year at
We
5.
got that
I was
well.
expecting
We
a jump.
together got that right,
That was a
but
jump.
I feel like you
was
guys
hoping
deserve
that
most of the
would
credit
be
for that
done
one because I was going to say 7.
think
Paqueta
it's
6.
gonna be difficult
I think it's
because, I mean, we haven't seen
a price
the
where
best
you could at
players
least
like
consider
Trent
him
or
at.
Manchester City
I
defenders, and
feel
how
like
many of them
Paqueta
we
is
own.
probably
It's gonna
not
go back
going
to
near
the centre back
anyone's
again, isn't it?
team,
Do we want to invest
really.
heavily in the back?
What do you guys
Can we
think?
invest
Paqueta,
heavily in
are
the
you
back?
taking
Depends on
Paqueta
how
in?
much we wrote. I mean, he finished
At
last
any
season
point in the
at 6
season?
million,
Probably
so
not.
that's a jump
Trippier,
on that. But
6.5.
198 points. He was the highest scoring defender in the game last
What are we
time
thinking?
around.
It's the bonus points.
Probably
Bonus
not going to
points
take him
were
at the start of the
ridiculous,
season because
and even
Newcastle
when
just
you
have
look at him
such
in
bad
comparison to the
fixtures.
whole
But
game, he was the 8th highest scoring player in the game. So
after
outscoring
that,
a lot of those premium, players out front that
we could
you know,
start thinking about
positions
Trippier,
that
right?
we wanted. So 6.5 feels. Well,
He's
it feels a
the
lot.
team
It's
building.
Probably
It's
0.5
the team
more than I wanted
building.
to pay, particularly with Newcastle's early fixtures. They've got a
Paqueta is
horrible
extremely
start.
boring, says Carter.
Football, because of course before he was playing.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of a
Yeah,
boring
and that
one.
will affect it, of course, as well. And
I feel
depending on
harsh
who
saying
Newcastle
that.
bring in, will he keep
I would have
the
liked to.
same?
I would have
We
liked to
don't
see
really know
Bowen.
about that yet,
I would
but
have liked to
I
see
think
Bowen.
the early 5 weeks of the season don't look great for Newcastle.
So you guys saying going for
defensively.
neither of these
Past
guys
that,
in
then
game
you're
week
pushing out
1?
the Champions League kicking in, so it might be one that I.
DJ Hammer has made a
love to
really good
see
point in the
go
chat. Says
without
Trippier will
Trippier
not perform for the
kicking
first
in,
few weeks, and his
then
price will
have
drop to
somebody that sits in that
6.2
price point
million.
where I can swap him in when those Newcastle fixtures.
Genuinely,
Okay, what about Paqueta then?
genuinely, I
Paqueta,
think you
he
could could be.
There could be some
I think you
changes
could be
at
right.
Antonio.
Yeah, and 6 million is exactly
I think
what
you
he
could be
started
right.
last season. Now, I think it would have been wrong for him to have taken a rise. I think potentially
That'd be pretty good because all of like,
West Ham did
you
have
know,
Bessie
like
last
respectfully,
time
all
around.
of the
He
all
got,
those like the more
90
casual FPL
over
managers
last
will
season,
probably
which is
pick
probably
Trippier
less
in
than
their
a lot
game
of
week
FPL
1
managers
team.
would have expected.
You know, people who don't like
9 goal
really
involvement
people who aren't FPL nerds like us
the
basically.
best
They'll look at the
performance
points
this
from last
season.
season.
I think
Saw
it could
Trippier did
be,
really
yeah. He
well.
averaged
Pick him in
3.6
their FPL
points per
team.
match, which was only
Might
beaten
keep
by
you
Bowen
know
and Ben
concede a
Rama
few
at
goals in the
West
first
Ham.
few
So
games.
actually, when you
That
look at
means
West Ham
all
in
of those people then
isolation,
be
he
selling
probably is
Trippier,
the best
and at the
option.
same time, all of the
66
FPL
below
nerds
those
who have seen
kind of
the
October
the
players
better
that were
fixtures will then
6.5,
bring
so
in
if you're
Trippier
trying to save
after
budget,
that. So the price would have dropped a little
then
bit,
maybe he's
and
a
you
great
might
bet.
actually be able to pick
Maybe
Trippier.
is.
By the
Let's
time
move on
Trippier's
to our next pairing.
um,
Sam,
is
it's not
actually,
a Spurs player.
you know, worth having in
Our
your
Spurs player that we're
team,
gonna look at
we
is
could be getting him at
Son.
6.5. Okay, all right, we got
9
Son. We got Sat and Son.
The Wolves goalkeeper price
So no
tag.
Kane,
Let's start
no
with
Kane
Son
prediction.
at 9 million. That got
Sat
me
5, we
Yeah,
nailed that
that's
prediction.
that's good.
Probably not
Last season
taking
was
Sarah
very,
at 5.
very expensive.
So we'll leave
Started
that one.
last time
I
around
feel like
as
I'd
well.
rather Leno at
That is
4.5. I'd rather
3
Pickford at
million
4.5. I don't have a
last time
huge
around.
amount of faith
Not a terrible
in
season, let's
Wolves.
not kind of beat around the bush, but was injured for a lot of it.
So
was
okay, let's
found out from his
pretty
injuries
much
whilst he was in South Korea.
discount
I think that makes him
Sat
a
at
really
5,
attractive
right?
option. Under the new
Son 9
manager,
million.
The way that Spurs play will be different. It will be much
Uh,
more attacking football. I think
I would have liked to see him at 8.5.
in, which will free up the space that Son likes.
At
to go
8.5,
wide
I
and
think
ball
we
in.
are
I think we'll often
thinking,
Son remains a Spurs player. Which
okay,
of course I
we
hope
are
will.
we are
I think
considering
that
this.
means that he
Now,
will
if Kane
hand forward a bit
leaves
more with the addition
Spurs,
of Maddison to the squad, whose price by the way I'm
Son
really interested in.
at
If Son
9,
is 9, I'd be really intrigued to know what Maddison's going to be.
I'm considering.
But I think that
If
that,
Kane stays at Spurs,
that is a
Son at
viable
9 million,
alternative to having
not
Kane.
happening.
What do you think
At the
Maddison's
same
better
time,
than having
Son, like last season, he had a bad season, but in the past, he's been so good.
Yeah. And then would you be interested
But
in
is he
someone
going to
like
be
Kane?
Rashford good? Is he going to be Saka good? Is he going to be Erdegaard good? Because these are all the kind of players who are around the, you know, 8.5, 9.5 million price
I
range.
would think a difficult
all gonna be
price
around the
point
same
to
price,
have
right?
For Haaland, maybe there's a conversation to be had about Salah if you want to pay 6.5 for Trippier. What's
Don't know.
Kane going to be? All of those conversations need to be answered.
I don't know.
If Kane goes up from 11.5, which he was last year, if he say 12, 12.5
Son playing Ange
But
Ball,
you could
remember?
have
Yeah, but I don't
Son
know if that
and
necessarily
Maddison
helps.
for maybe 17, then maybe that's a better option than having 12 as Kane.
Yeah, Pibble says neither of these are considerable options unless Kane leaves. Then maybe Son. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, that was what he was last
Surely
time
Kane
around.
elevates Son though. I'm not
148
sure
he made more saves than
if I
anybody else
100%
last
agree
time
with that. I
around.
mean, we saw last season
Had
that was
11
not the
clean
case
sheets,
at all.
two penalty saves and 20.
And if Son is on penalties,
So
and if okay, well, I mean, to be fair, if you're saying Son will be worse without Kane,
having seen Leno and
then
Maddison
Son is
come
just
in
not a
at
consideration
4.5,
at all, right?
I don't
We
think
would
you
rather
go
take a
for
Saka,
Salah
we'd rather take a
isolation
Rashford, we'd
and
rather take
having
a
your
Bruno
only
Fernandes, right?
playing goalkeeper. And
We'd
at
rather
that
take an
point,
Erdegaard,
I think you're
Martinelli.
probably better off to go with the
At
pair
similar
of
prices.
4.5s because then you save yourself 0.5.
But
which
Son
means that
has
budget
shown in the
for
past how
somebody
good he
else
could be, so you never know. You could get a resurgence. The thing is, if Kane leaves, then Son is going to be on penalties, which I think is something that is something to consider.
Morgan Gibbs White.
Definitely something to consider.
Priced at 6 million. He started and ended last season at 5.5.
6 million Gibbs White, 5.5 Benson. Did we predict those correctly?
100%. And I
Gibbs
think he
White.
deserves that
Oh, we
price
said
tag, actually.
6.5 for
Gonna
Gibbs
sit in that
White,
kind of Paqueta bracket
and we
now,
said
which
Benson
is you've
5.5.
got
So we nailed
100
Benson. We were slightly too. We went slightly too high
for
on Gibbs
last
White. We
time
went
around.
6.5.
12 assists. Only 3 players.
This
in
is,
the game got more than he did last time around.
this is not
He
bad,
had the
though.
Same number of attacking returns as Bruno Fernandes last time around.
This is
17.
not bad. 6 million,
Massive.
6
When you
6
think
million
about
Gibbs White.
how you're gonna
It's not.
budget
It could.
your team,
You could
you're
do a
gonna
lot worse.
have to look
I
at
don't mind that.
These teams that you kind of the newly promoted 3, of course, in Sheffield United.
I love
Vincent
Cardman
Burnley, but
says,
also
couldn't
the
care
ones
less
that
about these
offer
two.
value.
Yeah,
Nottingham
okay.
Forest are
Sargil
always
says
gonna offer
boring.
value for money, and 6 million with the attacking
I get that. I
Gibbs
get
White
that.
has. If he picks up as he ended last
It's
time
these are not the
around,
two most exciting
6
players,
looks like a
right?
reasonable number.
But I
I
mean,
think
look, I
deserving
do
of that
think that we
6.5
genuinely
that he
should
had to pay last
sit
time.
back here and just say Gibbs
Yes,
White
and of
6
course,
million
again, that
is
goes back to that
a
boots point
that's a
thing, doesn't it?
decent
You've got penalty
price.
responsibility.
That's a nice price. I feel like we've got to consider.
In your budget
Guys saying who is Benson? Benson plays for Burnley. He plays for Burnley. Burnley have just been promoted to the Premier League, and Benson is I don't know, kind of probably their
So yeah, I quite like that price.
probably
actually.
their
I
best
don't think
player.
it's too
Maybe
much.
well,
What about
why
Benson
not?
then? And
Probably
how
not.
do you feel
Maybe
about Burnley
Teller was their best player last year, but he doesn't play for them anymore. Benson is probably their best attacker at Burnley
season Will they be attractive from an FPL point of view, do you think?
I think they should be. I mean, with Burnley, we naturally in the past have gravitated towards the defenders under Dyche because that was where their skill set was.
Benson is better than Salah, says a nuisance BS.
We should be looking at the attacking players a little bit more. So 11 goals and 3 assists in the
Who's
Championship.
picking
last
Burnley
season.
players?
I
Some
mean,
people
14
might.
stops.
Some people
Okay,
might pick
29
Burnley
points.
players.
Now, that's the 19
Morgan
times.
Gibbs White will
So
be on
something
pens
we
next
need to
year,
consider
says
as football
Joseph.
managers. Is he regularly going
Morgan
to
Gibbs
get
White on penalties.
enough
And
starts
in that Nottingham
warrant
Forest,
the 5.5?
well, team that kind of looks decent at the end.
I
of
don't know.
Honestly, I know you guys are saying that this
season, but
is
if he does, then he could be a nice option because Burnley
this
scored
is like a
87
little bit
goals
boring, but I
last
do
time
genuinely
around,
think
more than
Gibbs
any
White
other
is
championship
a
club. So they've gone from
consideration.
being that
I
kind
feel
of
like we should
defensive one that we
consider
naturally
Gibbs White
as
at 6
managers
million.
look to.
I'm not saying
They're
he's a
clubs
lock
that
in.
should maybe look at their
And you know,
attack.
if you spend
Yeah,
an
we'll
extra
see how
0.5,
Burnley
then
can
you can
cope
get an
with
Mbumo.
potentially, if they have
But
another
when
season
Nottingham
like
Forest's
last season,
fixtures
not
look
quite the same
decent
levels,
a little bit
it
later
could
on in
be
the
very
season,
interesting. Now,
maybe
we
by
have
wildcard one, I
final
think
pair
Gibbs
to
White
show
could
you.
genuinely
And
be
you probably know what's coming next.
a
don't you?
decent one.
Two of the biggest
All
players
right, here we go.
in FPL and probably one of the
Here we
most
go.
talked about price reveals that we've all been discussing. Mo Salah
Are we getting
and
Haaland?
Erling Haaland.
Oh my God, here we go, guys. Here we go. 14 million!
For Erling Haaland.
14 million!
Let's start
That's
with Haaland.
good.
We'll talk about
That's
Salah's
right.
in just a moment.
That's the
Haaland,
right price.
we
Oh
know
my
what the
word!
season was like last season. We know how important he was
It's happened.
to FPL managers.
They've actually,
Is that
they've
too
actually
expensive,
given
or
him
do we still have
14
to have
million.
14 million?
This
I don't
is
think
what we
it's too
needed.
expensive. I think I was hoping for 13
This is what we
and a half,
needed.
but thought it might be
Salah
14.
12.5. I mean, we
Most
predict.
expensive
By the way,
players
guys,
in the
again,
past, Thierry
dubs in the
Henry,
chat.
Ronaldo,
We
and
nailed
Messi,
these two prices. We nailed them.
14 million. He
We
had
absolutely
just as
got
good
it
a season
spot
last
on.
year as they did the season before they were that
Nuts.
price. So I think it's
Nuts.
well deserved.
That
Price-wise,
it's
I
the
think
right
for
price
me,
for him.
It's now going to make
'Cause you guys,
those
I
budget
told
players that
you
we've been talking
guys.
about during the rest of the
Everyone
show
picks him at
all the more
14
important
million.
because you're going to have them.
So he has to be 14
36
million.
goals in 30
You can't say that's too
games last time
expensive.
around. I mean, it was a phenomenal first season, wasn't it? The whole way that
You can't say he's too expensive because you're still taking him at 14 million. I'm taking him at 14 million. All of you guys are as well. I think
you basically have to look at it that the rest of
it
your
will
budget is
put
86.
some
You've got
people off.
86 to buy 14
But
players.
good.
At one point
Good.
last season, he was in over
No player in
9.5
FPL should be
million
100%
pounds.
owned.
Do you
No
expect
player in
the same
FPL should be
from him?
100% owned.
Oh, that's a good question. Because
But,
I'm not
you
sure
know,
that it can be that
we
high,
know
because
that he's
we've
worth
seen
14 million, so we're going to
points
take him.
today,
This is good.
17 points today.
Salah
So,
12.5.
depending upon how they come in, there's
Slightly
gonna be a
cheaper
lot
than
of
last
players
season.
that sit in that
13
bracket.
start of
Kevin
last
Ford,
season. So
you might want to invest in.
yeah, I
So
feel
you
like.
might- there might be a few managers that brave it and go.
I feel like that's pretty good. Steve Wheeler says,
Dan,
Dan, can we do a rough draft at the end of the stream? Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go through our predictions. We'll see how well we did.
Be straight in your team, yeah? So
Yeah,
it's going to
for
be,
sure.
here's Erling Haaland. I'm going to build the rest of my team around him, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
What about Mo Salah then?
we'll
Because you
we'll kind of
actually almost more surprised seeing
build
Salah's
the
price
the
than seeing
kind of
Erling
basis of a
Haaland
team, I
drop
think.
for him.
I was fully.
Would you have both? I would consider having. I think Erling Haaland absolutely. I feel like if
I'm surprised.
Salah is more difficult because I think I would probably. It depends if you could build a good team with Salah in it. If having Salah means you have to sacrifice the likes of, you know, a Saka or a Martinelli or another really decent striker or something like that, you have to sacrifice a Trent Alexander-Arnold in order to get Salah. Then at that point, I'm maybe saying, all right, maybe I'll go without Salah. But to be fair, looking at the prices of a lot of players so far,
I barely owned Salah last
you know,
because I had Haaland and Kane.
I don't mind. I basically went this whole second half of the season last season without Salah,
He's going to be 13.
and things were going well for me without Salah pretty much.
I think
It's
it
just the
does,
penalties
because
for
at the
Salah.
beginning of the season, 0.5 is huge because you want to be able to.
I feel
fit
like
in
I could
as
go
many
without
premium
them, though.
assets as you can and give yourself
I
as
feel like I
much
could go without
potential
them.
as possible to move.
I'm not
as
100%
players
sure
start
that I
to
would go with
well,
Salah
which
at
change
12.5.
going into wildcards. So I think for me that 0.5 is huge because
But it's
suddenly
okay.
that's the difference between maybe having a Paqueta or having.
Haaland better
McKennie.
perform at this price.
So
Dylan, what
that
more do you want, my friend?
jump is gonna be
He did
different.
so well last
Or,
season.
You know, it could mean that you'd be able
He
to
did
get
so well
a
last
slightly more
season.
premium second striker.
He is also still a midfielder as well, which is always
Disagree
a
with
little bit of a
Haaland's
risk,
price.
isn't it?
Why?
Yeah, pleased to see that because of course that is something.
Why?
that
What?
you
Like,
want
what is to
to have
disagree? Are you saying he's not
midfield
worth
that
14
get
million,
the
or is?
opportunity
I think the
for
problem
their
is
clean
people
sheet
want
points, the
Haaland to be
goals,
cheap,
the goals,
so they can
the
also afford a load of other
goals.
players. But you have to remember, FPL would be really, really boring if you could just have every single player that you want. And I feel like that's what they've done right here.
I'll still be on Salah. So 12 and a half.
I think that's
for
what they've
Salah
got right.
Feels actually like a
Make
really
people
feels a bit of a
consider it.
bargain.
So
Make
you're gonna try and
people
get both of these in your team?
think.
Yeah.
FPL would be way too easy and way too boring if Erling Haaland was 12.5 million or something like that.
20 players, and hopefully Sam will remind
Because
us
everyone
to
would have him
keep
in the
the
team,
players
everyone would captain him every week, and it would be like,
So a reminder then, the first players we revealed,
it would be boring, right? Let's do two
Bruno
template.
Fernandes, both at 8.5 million. Then Matoma and Watkins.
Honestly, I would have liked it
8 million,
if he was
rise
even more
for
expensive.
Watkins. Then a couple of new
If he was
promoted
14.5,
players, 5.5 million
I'd be fine with
for
that.
Morris and 5.52 for Ndai. Two new faces as
He
well.
has
Signing
to
Bournemouth and Chelsea
go up
Fibre
in price.
and Nkunku,
William
5.5,
says
7.5
Haaland might end the
for
season at 15.2.
Two
The only thing is,
had brilliant
I don't
seasons,
think he
both
will, because I
priced
still
at
think at 14 million,
6.5
he's still going to be
million.
80% owned,
Upcoming
which means
campaign,
not,
Eze. Then we
well,
have
maybe
a
even
couple of
90.
goalkeepers, both priced at
He's
4.5
still going to be
million.
80 or 90% owned, even at
Then we
14
did a
million.
couple of
So
players
he's not really going to have
in
much
Europe
room
this
for
season.
people to bring him in and increase his price.
Paquetá at 6 and Trippier
So,
will rise to 6.5.
Haaland being nearly twice as expensive as Nkunku is mad, though. I guess, but I mean, Nkunku is a decent price, so.
Of interest, Gibbs White is 6, Benson of Burnley at
Those of you guys
5.5.
wondering
Then
when
in
you can make your
with the big
teams,
ones. We need to find some
I
budget
think
here,
it's
guys,
either going to be
because
Wednesday or
Erling Haaland
Thursday.
is priced at 14
Wednesday or
million
Thursday.
of your FPL pounds.
But yeah, that's the big news.
Is 12.5 million. Well, that's
okay.
all for us today. Did you enjoy that, Sam? Getting you excited?
Let's
Can't wait now.
Can't wait. Do keep an eye on Premier League.
let's review to see how well we did, because that's the end of the price reveals for today.
Gosh, we've missed it, haven't we? Thank you so much for watching, and we
But,
hope
yeah,
you enjoy
brilliant.
planning for the new season as much as we will. See you very soon. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your price reveals. Let's see how well we did. And then I've got Greg's waiting for me. All right, I think this is time for some emojis. So let's put some emojis on here. We'll see. Yeah, okay. So guys, we're going to go through all these players, see if what we got right, what we got wrong, and then we will start building a team. We'll start building a team, right? And I probably should write down all of the price reveals as well, so we can kind of have a look at that in a way. So let me find the right. Okay, so for Saka is. I mean, we didn't even get him right. So Saka was not it. Oh wait, no, I'm putting that in the wrong place. Saka was like here. So he didn't get revealed. We got that wrong. Ollie Watkins, we got correct. Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone whilst right, whilst you guys watch on screen. So Mitoma, he was revealed, but we got his price wrong. He was 6.5 million. So yeah, it's okay. Billing. Oh no, it wasn't Billing, was it? It was they did Cliver for Bournemouth, so that was wrong. Raya, they didn't do. They did Mbumo. Oh, we so nearly said Mbumo as well as their price. So Benson was 5.5, right? My YouTube is. Oh wait, you guys can hear something weird? Can you? What's going on? I don't know. Let's just. I don't know what you guys can hear right now. Sorry, I was like random YouTube video. All right, okay. Apparently watching every goal this season from Man City. I didn't even realise I had autoplay on. I apologise. All right, we're back. Was it just like imagine if something really weird came on. All right, Benson 5.5, aced it. Nkunku was the right player, wrong price. 7.5, so he's significantly cheaper than what we thought. Eze, right player, wrong price. So he was a little bit cheaper, again, than what we thought. Pretty decent. Pickford, right player. You know what? I don't think I would have said Pickford, but you guys knew it was going to be Pickford. So you guys absolutely nailed that prediction that it was going to be Pickford. You guys absolutely nailed that. Mitrovic. Who was the Fulham prediction? Teams tweeting more prices at 2. All right, we'll stay on for that. Okay. Mitchell. Who was the Fulham price reveal? Oh, it was Leno, wasn't it? Oh, it was Leno. Okay, so that was wrong. Because we got Leno 4.5. Salah, we absolutely aced it. We absolutely aced it. Morris, absolutely aced it. Erling Haaland, again, we are the GOATs. Because we absolutely aced it. It does start going down a little bit from here. Super chat from Janania, who says, good chance we won't have a second player who is 10 million plus. Kane? Kane will be 10 million plus. Will Rashford? Will Rashford be 10 million plus? I don't know. Maybe. Not sure. Not sure. We got a lot of these right, guys. Remember to like the stream, guys, by the way. Yeah, and again, I want you guys. I want you guys to subscribe. I want you guys to subscribe because we've got so many more streams, and turn those notifications on because we're gonna have so many more streams this week. We've got so much to do and to say. Trippier. I said 7. You guys convinced me to change it to 6.5. So once again, this is on you. Another absolute acing there. We actually have done really, really well. So Gibbs White was the right player, wrong price. So he's actually 6 million. And Dye was another spot on. Cool. Kane wasn't even revealed. So forget Kane. Jared Bowen again. But, oh wait, I'm putting this on the wrong side. On the wrong side of the man. Let's take you out. Oh wait, hang on. So, we basically had 40 questions. So 20 players, 20 prices. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Oh, you guys can't see. Oh, I forgot I moved this screen, didn't I? Ugh, all right, let's fix it. I forgot I moved the screen around. Is that all of them? That's all of them, right? They're all on screen. There we go. I need to zoom out. There. So that's not bad. We got 22 right. 22 out of 40. That's really, really good. We've absolutely killed it. We've absolutely killed it. That's a pass. That's a passing grade, right? A passing grade. All right. I'm happy. I'm happy. Right, let's build a team. Let's start thinking about building a team. Now we know some prices. So, first of all, I want to write them down. So, those are the price predictions. I want to get the actual prices. So, start a new page. And let's just put player prices. So let's just write them all down so we have them all. So this was Erdegaard at 8.5. This was Kluivert at 5, right? Just get rid of all these emojis as well. Get rid of the emojis. Get rid of the emojis. Go away, emojis. We've had enough of you. Brentford, we had Mbumo at 6.5 mid. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Have I spelled that wrong? Stop it. No, go away. E before you. Benson, we got that one right. And Kunku, 7.5 million, guys. I cannot believe it. Eze, 6.5 million. I cannot believe it. Pickford, aced it. Mitrovic, we don't know about, but we have got Leno at 4.5. Salah, 12.5. Fair price. Morris, good. Haaland, good. Rashford, we still don't know. It's interesting. Rashford is an interesting one. What was Fernandes? 8.5, guys? I think I got that right. Let me know if I'm wrong. Trippier, 6.5. Ace, dude. Gibbs White was 6. Which you guys said was boring, but I think it's interesting. But perhaps I'm a nerd. Perhaps I'm a little nerd. Son, we said was slightly too expensive at... I think we just go through these players and say if it's a good or a bad price now. So this one was Paqueta. Oh, God. Paqueta. That's right. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell his name. Okay. I think we just go through these players and just say, oh, I haven't changed Mittelman's price. Sorry, I apologize. Everything else, that's all good now, right? I haven't missed anything else. And I think we'll just go through these players now and just categorically say if the price is an L or a dub. I'm going to kick the ball off rolling and say Ødegaard 8.5 I think is a good price. I think we take him. I think we take him for that. Paqueta. Oh, I've got the price wrong. Paqueta. He was 5. No. How much was he? 6? I think it was 6. How do I spell? There's no C in Paqueta. Oh, I apologize. Paqueta 6 million. I don't like that price, so I'm going to put an X next to him. I think let's just go through in order. So Ødegaard 8.5 million. I think it's an okay price. I probably would rather take Martinelli or Saka, but I think it's an okay price. Watkins, a little bit too expensive for me, personally. So I'm gonna put a cross on that one. I mean, are we honestly taking Watkins at 8 million game week 1? Probably not. 7.5 you consider it. 8.5 slightly too expensive. Mitter at 6.5, good price. It's a good price. Let's be honest, we like that one a lot. Kluivert, yes, he's probably not going to be the kind of player that we pick, but 5 million is a good price. It's a good price for him. Happy with that? Good. Bumo, good value. Good value for money. Benson, 5.5. I guess he's good value for money. I don't know if I pick him necessarily, but he's good value. And Kunku is good value, and Eze is good value, I think. Pickford is good value. You know what? I feel like they've done a good job. Still good value. Fernandes is good value. Trippier, I don't know. He is good value. I tell you what, I'm going through these. And I feel like they've probably done justice to all but 4 players who I think are slightly too expensive. I think all of these players, other than Watkins, Son, Paqueta, and Sa, I would be happy to pick them up at their price. What do you guys think? FPL Meerkat says, Kluivert, amazing bench option, but with so many midfielders, I think I want 5 starters. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Right, let me know, guys. Tell me in the chat, what do you think? Which of these players do you think I've got wrong? Which of these players are there any of the players with X's next to their name that you actually think are good value? And are there any players who have put a check mark next to their name do you think are actually bad picks? Let me know. I think Son is slightly too expensive. I think Paqueta is slightly too expensive. I think Sa is slightly too expensive. I think Watkins is slightly too expensive. Everyone else, I think they're about right. Daniel says, not sure about Ødegaard. Yeah, to be fair, I'm on the fence about that one. Because I'm still at 8.5, I'm not picking him. If Martinelli comes in at 8.5 as well. If Martinelli comes in at 8, then I'm picking Martinelli every time. If Saka comes in at 9, I'm picking him over Ødegaard pretty much every time again. So maybe that's not. Some people are saying Son is a good price. Really? You like it? You like him at 9 million? You like him at 9 million? Should we have like a medium? Is there like a yellow emoji I can use somehow? Let's have a look. Is there like a yellow emoji saying to say I'm not sure? Maybe we can change Trippier to that and maybe one other player to that. Maybe just like a neutral face. Like that. Like an unsure face. Peter Parker, back from fighting crime. Thank you very much for the super chat, Peter Parker. Long time no see, Dan. Don't mind me, just swinging by. Well, nice to see you. We've got the price reveals, my friend. And I feel like I'm on the fence with some of these players. Some of these I think are bad prices. Yeah. Or who else am I when I say I'm on the fence on? I mean, I don't hate Watkins at 8 million. I don't hate him. I think that, you know what? It's good. It's good. Yeah, all right. Let's have a look at let's start making a team. Watkins is all right. Yeah, it's okay. All right, okay. I guess it's okay. I'm just not totally convinced. I'm not totally convinced. All right. Watkins too expensive. He just is, isn't he? And you know what? Son is too expensive as well. I'm sorry. I'm going to be harsh. Right, there's the final prices and there's my opinions on them. Done. There, I'm done. Let's build a team. So who is let's build a team. So, building a team. Let's go. I'm gonna go 3 defenders, no matter what. At least 4 midfielders, but I feel like I could go for 5. So we'll just put 4 for now. We'll put 2 forwards for now. So let's just put in Erling Haaland and we'll work out how much this is going to cost. Erling Haaland, 14 million. He's straight in. Agreed? Agreed. Another player who is straight in my opinion, is Mbeumo, 6.5 million. Agreed? Agreed. Calder Mitoma, unless Solly March is 6 million, I'm taking Mitoma at 6.5 million. Let's assume. See, what of these other players do you think are game week 1 absolute locks? Like absolute locks, like 100%. I would say Nkunku should be considered, but is he gonna get going straight away? I like him at 7.5. I like the price. So all right, maybe we say him. Maybe we say Nkunku. I just don't know. I don't know if I have enough trust in Chelsea. You guys saying Bruno Fernandes? Let's have a look at the fixtures again. Where did I put the fixtures? I mean, you guys are not going to be able to see this very well. Unless can I zoom out? If I just open this image in new tab. Zoom out some more. Okay, you guys can see that roughly, can't you? Yeah, so Chelsea, after Liverpool, they have West Ham, Luton, Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth. That's a really nice run of fixtures. It's really, really nice. So I feel like if you're going to go for 1, you know, Nkunku at that price. All right. Fulham have got really bad fixtures, so I'm not sure if I really want him in goal. Everton have got okay fixtures, I guess. And we could Pickford 4.5. Should we shove him in? I know this is this is a very rough team anyway, but let's shove Pickford in at 4.5. I don't hate it. Let's assume Trent Alexander-Arnold is 7.5. I know we don't actually know he's 7.5 million. Okay, for the sake of the bench, let's just take this size down a little bit. For the sake of the bench, let's just say bench is just going to be a 4 million goalkeeper, probably a 4.5 million defender. This is how I usually structure my team, like this on the bench in game week 1. So let's just assume I do the same as usual, which means you're not really playing with a budget of 100 million. We're really playing with a budget of a little bit less than that. We're playing with a budget of, what's that? 87 million. I kind of want an Arsenal. I know we're missing a slot, by the way, guys. I haven't decided on a formation yet. I kind of want an Arsenal midfielder. So if we can get a Saka at 9 million. I know that's not his guaranteed price, but I would want that. We are going to need some cheaper players somewhere. If we can get Ben White, I think Ben White's going to be 5.5 million. I'm a little bit worried that that's going to be the case. And I'm a little bit worried about Timber coming in as well. What about Gabriel from Arsenal? Or a Ramsdale? Just to get... I want an Arsenal defender, but I want someone who's nailed, which I don't think either Zinchenko or Ben White are, with Timber coming to Arsenal. I guess Gabriel is the answer, right? Let's see. So we've got 3 slots yet left. So we've got to have at least one defender, at least one midfielder, and then we get a free pass on the rest. Let's see how much we've spent so far, so we can see how much budget we have left. So, guys, I know it's not enough players. I just haven't decided on the formation yet, so I'm not committing. All right, so I'm going to add up all these players so far. 6.5. 6.5 for Mitoma. 9 million for Saka. 14 million for Haaland. 7.5 for Nkunku. Plus the bench players means we've got 22.5 left to spend. 22.5 million left to spend on 1, 2, 3 players. That's pretty good. So 22.5 divided by 3 slots is an average of 7.5. 7.5 per player. So if we go cheap on defense, that allows us to pick a good midfielder, a goodish midfielder, and then we can decide whether we want an additional midfielder or an additional forward. Oh, a Stupinian. Yeah, okay. Oh, I do want a Stupinian. All right. Okay, well, let's put him straight in. So, Purvis is Stupinian. What do we reckon? 5 million for him? Do you think it could be 5.5? Let's assume he's 5. I'm being a little bit generous to myself here. And that gives us 17.5 million. So if we wanted Salah, and this is kind of what I'm saying, if I wanted Salah at 12.5, that would mean I'd only have 5 million left to spend. This is a sign. I think this is genuinely a good sign. This is a sign that there are going to be decisions to be made. I don't need to pick another forward. I could just do 2 midfielders. I might do 2 midfielders, to be honest. I don't know if, like, from the players we've seen so far, like, forwards here, the only 2 forwards that are sticking out to me are Nkunku and Haaland. In terms of midfielders, actually a couple of players I don't mind. Like Gibbs White at 6 million. Or... but the fixtures aren't great, are they? For Nottingham Forest? No, they're not. So we need... I want another Man City player. I want another Man City player because they have the best fixtures, who's probably going to be Foden. And I want another Brighton player. I think. Unless we sack off Nkunku and go without Nkunku and just go with Salah instead. Save a bit of budget there. All right, so I want Foden. I think he's going to be... How much is Foden realistically going to be? He can't be more than... Can't be more than 8 million, surely. Which would give us 9.5 to spend on either a midfielder or a forward. That's quite a lot of budget left, actually. And it leaves maybe a little bit in the bank. It might be a good idea to keep 0.5 in the bank as well. I feel like I want to change this up here and go for an additional midfielder. Got 9.5 to spend. Maybe... Right, looking through these fixtures, it's got to be a midfielder from Man City, Brighton or Arsenal, really. Man City, Brighton, Arsenal. So who are our options here? So, Ødegaard, Martinelli. De Bruyne is not going to be affordable. I mean, I could take a Son or a Bernardo Silva, technically. Could, if I really wanted to. But I don't know. Like, I know we know Bruno's price, so it's kind of tempting to put him in. But I don't know if I want... I don't know if I want Bruno Fernandes. I feel like I would rather have a Martinelli. I feel like... I think it's Martinelli time. I need to put a question mark next to some of these players because I actually don't know some of these players' prices. Yeah, okay. Martinelli 8.5. So that gives us 1 million left to spend. We don't have to spend it, of course. Yeah, I feel like I would rather try and get a Martinelli than a Bruno. There's some other options as well. Is it Arsenal bias? I mean, yeah, there's a bit of Arsenal bias, but at the same time, if you look through the top scoring midfielders from last season, you know, the Ødegaard, Saka, and Martinelli were 3 of the players in the top 5 slots there. Like, you could say it's Arsenal bias, but you could also say Arsenal midfielders last season absolutely cleaned up, and they're young players who are only going to get better. You know, they outscored the likes of Fernandes. They outscored, the likes of Son. They're definitely players to consider, right? Definitely players to consider. And you know what? The 1 million left in the bank could cover the fact that Gabriel and Estupiñán could be 5.5. I mean, Martinelli could be 9 technically. I just don't think he would. I just don't think he would. March 6 million no-brainer for me. I kind of agree. Edison in goal. Could do. If I have 1 million in the bank, I'd rather bank that money than go Edison at 5.5, I think. Yeah, I feel like I'm not that interested in having more than 1 premium players. I'm just going to captain Erling Haaland every week. If you look through the fixtures, guys, and look at Man City's fixtures, in the first 6 game weeks, for Liverpool, we do have Bournemouth in game week 2, and that is probably the only game week where I think going for Salah captaincy is kind of a good play. Outside of that, it's pretty much Erling Haaland every week. I mean, it is, yeah. In the first 6 game weeks, if you have 2 premium players, you're only going to captain Erling Haaland. You're only going to captain Erling Haaland. Aside from game week 2. So is it really worth spending 12.5 million on a player you're never going to captain? I don't know. I don't know if he is. And to be fair, at the end of last season, we saw all kinds of players chipping in goals for Liverpool. All kinds of players. We're going to have Diaz back. Cody Gakpo. Szoboszlai. Trent Alexander-Arnold going to be contributing a little bit. I mean, I look at some of these fixtures. Like game week 1, you would say that the Arsenal midfielders probably outscore Salah. In the first 6 fixtures, the Arsenal midfielders probably outscore Salah. I don't know. Maybe this is anti-Salah bias or something like that. I mean, but at the same time, everyone is going to want to have. Everyone's going to want to have Salah, aren't they? Everyone's going to want to just cover themselves. All right, guys, we're going to have some more price reveals on Twitter in just one moment. Hopefully, you guys can see this. Okay, it's not perfect, but you guys can see this roughly. We don't need to be. You know what, guys? Should give a quick shout out to my Twitter as well. If you haven't followed me on Twitter already, at FPL Mate. And since Twitter is dying, feel free to follow me on Instagram as well. Again, at FPL Mate as well. So let's see where these new prices are. I'm expecting them to come in via my notifications. I think the Premier League is probably going to retweet them on there. Right, okay. They're going back to front for the price reveals. So we've got Luton Town. And I'm guessing that means that we're going to get the best ones. Well, the top team. We're going to get Man City and Arsenal and Newcastle and Man United basically on Wednesday. So they're going from the bottom of the table up, including the newly promoted team. So next up, they're going to do Sheffield United. Then after that, they'll reveal Burnley. And after that, they'll reveal Everton, etc., etc., up. All right. Well, there you go. There's some plays. I mean, to be fair, this is something I've been hoping they would do for a while. So they've done Bell, a starting Luton defender at 4 million. So you get yes, they're a low table team, but at least it gives us a reason. I mean, we're never going to pick a Luton defender for 4.5. I'm sorry, Osho, we're never going to pick a Luton Town defender for 4.5 million. So you may as well make them 4 million. So actually give us an idea at least. Give us tempt us in. Give us a reason to pick some of these players. So yeah, Bell at 4 million. Hey, that's not so bad, right? So to have Bell a starting 4 million defender, we've got a 4 million starting defender already. It's nice. Adebayo 5 million is a pretty decent price for him as well. But hey, we're probably not going to be depending too much on these Luton players for price. Okay, let's wrap things up, guys. So to summarise today, here are the final player prices as revealed of today, excluding the Luton ones that we just looked at. Here are all of the price reveals, excluding the new Luton players. So, Ødegaard, 8.5 million. Watkins, 8 million. Mitoma, 6.5 million. Kluivert, 5 million. And Mbumo, 6.5 million. Benson, 5.5 million. Nkunku, 7.5 million. Eze, 6.5 million. Pickford, 4.5 million. Leno, 4.5 million. Salah, 12.5 million. Morris, 5.5 million. Erling Haaland, the man himself, 14 million. Fernandez, 8.5 million. Trippier, 6.5 million. Gibbs White, 6 million. And Dye, 5.5 million. Son, 9 million. Paqueta, 6 million. And Jose Sa, 5 million. There we go. There we go. That's your lot. I'm going to go away and I'm going to make a video on these price reveals so far. And just, yeah, I'm going to put, I don't know if it's going to be out tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, but I'm going to go work on a video to do with all these price rises. So, price changes, should I say. So, guys, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for that. We are going to be doing more reaction type streams throughout the week as more prices are revealed. We're going to talk about more prices, do exactly the same as we did last year. And then we're going to finish off this week on either Wednesday or Thursday with the official launch stream. We're going to do a stream for the launch day. We're going to do an all-day extravaganza. We're going to do some like little fun games and stuff like we did last year. We'll probably do a few more. We're going to do the Team Name World Cup. So we're going to have the best, well, basically a competition for the best team name, like FPL team name that you can come up with. There were some really funny ones last year, so we're going to do that. It's just going to be like an extravaganza, a party. But for now, guys, I'm going to go work on this video. Make sure you are subscribed, hopefully with notifications on as well, so you do get the, you get the pop-up ready when the new content comes out, so we can keep on top of this FPL stuff as we await for the game launch. You're going to know about when launch day is as well, because you're going to get a notification from FPL Mate on launch day telling you, right, it's time to get ready for the game to launch. And do like the stream as well. I would massively appreciate that if you guys could do that as well. It really does help out the channel a lot. Yeah, that is going to be it from me today. Got a few more new graphics to kind of sort out as well, so we'll sort them out. Lots to do. So much to do, but it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. Thank you. Really appreciate you guys joining me for today. So I will say this for the last time today. Thank you so much for watching once again. And I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye.